anyone but me, because I don't know.
And I did it last week.
Yeah.
Not it.
Well,
We
at
started
least.
traveling.
I'll try. All right. So we dodged the dragon into a cave, right? That happened last week.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good.
So we dove into a cave to dodge the dragon, and the dragon ended up caving in the cave on us, and we had to find another way out. Um, we ended up in a room with this pool, and there was some shiny things at the bottom of the pool. We wanted to
Remember
get
this now.
those.
Oh no.
Through some trial and error, we've ended up getting the treasure eventually, but we had to fight some what seemed like piranhas, some fish that took a lot of our health points from us. But we made it through that, and we got out of the cave. Um, we did some more traveling, and along the way we met an elephant and and a home of that elephant's. We found out later was probably her master, and it was a druid's place, and we ended up burying the druid, and and tried to fix all that, and we actually got mauled right after that from a bunch of prairie dogs with magic. I forget
Pugwampies.
what were they called?
Pugwampies.
Wumpies, yes, that's it. And but we got through that. We ended up scaring them off because they started trying to steal the elephant again, and Freya wasn't having it. So made it through that, and then I've got this note at the end here: uh, black arrows and Jacardros. I don't know what that even means. So maybe somebody can fill me in on what I wrote there.
Oh, wrong one.
I don't know, but I do remember those piranhas. One of them did more damage to me than when I fell from the tower. Yeah,
It was a crit, I believe.
yeah.
But the names. Jakardros is the name of the ranger that was with Shaylilu's mother before Shaylilu's mother passed away from a dragon attack, and he just took off. So Shaylilu's wanted to find out what his deal was. Why did he do that? She found out he's working for the Black Arrows, which is a group tasked by Magnamar to protect the area around Turtleback Ferry. And the entire reason why you're kind of investigating is twofold. One is the letter you got from Zanisha was about Turtleback Ferry, but when you're doing the dinner process with the Lord Mayor of Magnamar, he even mentioned that the locals of Turtleback Ferry every few days get the people from Fort Rannoch, which was what holding the Black Arrows, to come through, get supplies. They haven't done that, though, in the last few days. They're worried. They sent word to the Lord Mayor, Gubaros, and he can kind of put it off because it is far away. It's about a 2-week journey by foot to Turtleback Ferry from Magnamar, and he's able to see all of you took care, rescued him, saved his life. He asked you to take care of the issue, and since you're already going there, you accepted for a bit of reward of gold when you get back. And so right now, we are heading towards Turtleback Ferry to find out what's going on. And on the way, we encountered that passed away druid, unfortunately, and we now have in our company Shaylelu, as well as a large-ass elephant.
Yeah.
Okay.
What he
And
said.
yes, Michelle, you can see in chat what the Pugwampy looks like. That's the things that attacked the group during the night.
And they were after our new elephant friend, and they tried to mind control her, and I was able to cast Dispel Magic to end the mind control, which freaked them out and ran.
Uh-huh.
Indeedio. So as I start our music today, wrong channel. What I want to know is, don't quite think the time is right, because I think we left off right after the battle.
No, we traveled a little more with Shalelu, I believe. Didn't we? Maybe not.
I think the
I
ship.
think so. We had the conversation. That's why that's in my notes there about the black arrows.
Okay.
Guard.
Then I will leave it. It is 1:26. It is Friday the 8th of Sarathon 4707 Epsilon Reckoning. So, we are near to a nearby community known as Whistle Down, but the question is, ultimately getting to Turtleback Ferry, and as journeying through map, compass, and whatnot, you do know that Turtleback Ferry is roughly 109 miles away, for the most part, depending on which route you want to take. So the question is, right now, where are we going? Are we wanting to head to some nearby towns, or are we just going to go trekking across the landscape? What are we doing? What are we feeling like?
I believe last time we were talking about just going straight to Turtleback.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of urgency here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That there is. All right. So as we are continuing our journey, are we want to? How are y'all liking the whole mechanic of kind of doing the exploration activities as we trek across? I know it takes a little bit of time, and obviously we see some really good rewards from it. But the last week's rewards was twofold because of the activity that Jenny was doing, plus the critical role she rolled there. But are you kind of enjoying that mechanic?
Sure.
Okay.
I like it.
So we will continue doing that then. So as we bring it back up in chat, the exploration activities. I don't think I made a potential hotkey for this. Let's see if I did or not. Didn't. So let's do that right now. Let me make a macro out of this.
I have a hot for it. Oh, that's a different.
Yeah. Dog. Alright, I'm gonna make a macro real quickly for it. Y'all can take this up and look at it on your own. So let's go just real quickly. Let's go wilderness. Make this similar to the other game.
Did you guys just play as Davina, kind of followed along?
Essentially.
Okay.
All right, if y'all go back to the macro directory, remember that is the little photo icon to the left of the one hotkey. In between the one hotkey and the player list, there should be a display exploration. Drag that to your hotbar, and then you'll be able to see all of the activities that you can do.
What is it called? Display exploration?
Yes, it's a little icon of a road through like the wilderness.
Okay.
Popped up blank when I click on it.
Oh, I need to make it also visible to all of you. How about now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
So, list down in chat what you want to do as we trek across.
Look at my character sheet, Alice.
And we're getting fairly close to our destination, or not quite yet?
You're about 100 miles away.
100 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Religion, nature, medicine, diplomacy.
Put this down. I was gonna forget this.
Party Donkey's going to be doing some chronicling.
Not sure why the party donkey took that job.
You have it selected.
I don't even know what I want to do. I guess I'll just do that.
Honey, why are
Okay.
you copying Davina? Because she's your.
Yes.
Okay. So we start making our way ultimately to get to Turtleback Ferry. And so we are heading in the wilderness. Now, to get within the X region would be about unfortunately, we did lose our horses in that dragon attack, but we have a new mount right now. But the elephant with the saddle can only accommodate 2 individuals right now. So,
Did we? Did we? Did we get our rest from when the Pugwampies attacked us?
yes. So everyone would take your, if you have like low HP or whatnot, or you're low on spells, take your long rest right now. So if you're not sure, do you know how to do this, Jim?
My T doesn't bring up my character sheet now.
I think I.
The C key's not bringing it up.
No. That's fine. I'll give my guy. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Rest. How does that work? I can push the little bed thing, but what happens?
Yep, push that, and then might be an option to click yes. There we go. So in this game, I might mention, I remember if I did or not, but I'll just recap it. So unlike D&D, where you regain max HP on long rest, you don't here in this case. You regain your con modifier times your level every night in HP. So resting doesn't recover everything, as you can obviously see in chat here, for what everyone is recovering, but you still regain all your spells, your focus points, and all that good stuff right there.
And don't forget to give yourselves a hero point.
Yes, make sure you have 1 hero point for today.
And then, can the elephant hold 3 of us if need be, if one of them was Davina?
You could probably get Davina on the saddle, somewhere on the saddle, since she is relatively small.
Because then I can also, I'll go ahead and do this. Oh, sorry, it's gonna go in chat.
Seed.
Because I can do it from my staff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it can carry 2 people.
Yeah, it's a horse. Big horse.
Yep. So, shoot, we're still short 1 person, aren't we?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have to scout if we're all going to try to travel on a mount. That's not a problem.
There's not enough mounts.
Yeah.
Well,
Shillelagh.
can I do 2 of these?
It's a concentrate.
Yeah.
Oh, you won't go.
Oh, I can't concentrate on more than one thing at a time.
Actually, no, that's a D&D 5e rule.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not sure. Because it's from my staff.
So what concentrate means is if you do have the spell up in combat, you have to focus on it as an action. So theoretically, she could have 3 steeds up.
Oh.
Through the
Okay.
staff, I could have.
You have to concentrate. So you have to, even though the staff's casting it, you still have to concentrate it through the magic. So you can have 3 up outside of combat at most, but you'll be really like, your entire concentration will be on those right there. The moment you do anything besides like an action at all, you do drop 1 of them. But you can do 2 and still do some small stuff.
And we only need 2 of them, correct?
Yeah. Each horse can hold 2 people.
How do I see how many charges my staff?
It's equal to the number. What your highest level spell slot is level 4 spells, right? Then it has 4 charges. Spell is 2, so it takes 2 charges to do the spell. So if we do call 2 steeds, it's all the charges of the staff for today.
All right, well, I'll do that.
Okay.
So I'll call 2 steeds, and then we could put Akul and Davina on one, and Fletch and Olaf on one, and then myself and Leilu on the elephant.
Okay.
And I think it's funny we keep calling her the elephant, and I do already have a name picked for her, but I want to wait until something happens to give it to her.
Okay. And so we start making our journey across the landscape. Now it'll be much faster because we do have horses, and we're going to cut the time in half to make this easy. And so what would typically be about 4 days, it's going to be about 2 days now of us traveling with the elephant with their 2 horses. And we're just trekking through open grassland terrain and pretty easy. And so now we're going to go ahead and doing these checks. The start of the journey, as we are going, will be to Davina. And Davina, obviously, it's going to be kind of hard to harvest while we are on mount. So what these will occur is when we are stopping for lunch, because we have to let the animals rest. At least the elephant, the steeds don't have to because they're magical. About the rest of you, you would have to stop a little bit while you do there, but you'll still have a bit of a slowdown because typically when you do these activities like, say, harvesting, you would gain a number of ingredients equal to the amount of days you do this. But because you're on horseback, you're going to reduce it time-wise because you're not actually spending the time picking things as you are on horseback or on a mount. So, Davina, as you're looking for items, whatnot, are you looking to acquire medicine or nature-esque things? What do you want to do?
Medicinal.
Okay, give me a medicine roll.
And I was gonna say, who am I riding with again?
Akul.
I could also be like, cool. Just like hang me down the side and I'll grab stuff. Grab me by my feet and hang me and I'll grab.
Okay.
Let's see. That is 19.
Okay. And as you are trekking through looking for medicinal items, what you do find and uncover, let's see. What you find, Davina, is a number of herbs that, well, they seem useful, but I have to actually know what these do first. And so, do me a favor and roll me now, or get someone to do a nature check to actually know what these are.
I could do
But then again, you were doing medicine, so I guess it would require that, because it'd be kind of weird to do medicinal herbs, but use nature to pick them up. So, give me a medicine roll as well. Again, there, Michelle.
That is going to be math. 32.
Well, that is a critical success. What you find is a number of small little plants that they grow from the soil with a high alkaline content, and is a little bit green, almost looks like it looks like asparagus a little bit. But you know exactly what this is. It's known as soap grass, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It has the cleaning property of soap. And it's something you can use outside of actually bathing in a way to really clean yourself off if need be.
Okay. I add that to the soap grass I found the last time, too.
Oh, I did make it right, didn't I? I gave you more of that stuff. Yep, you found some more of it. Right, in this case, roll me a d4, please, Davina.
Oh. A 4, a 4, a 4. That would be a 3.
You find 3 batches, so add on 3 to how many we have in inventory of soap grass. Do you have it in inventory, Michelle?
I don't have it in my inventory, no.
Okay.
So I'd have to put
So
those
I'm going
in
to do that right now for you.
I don't know how many I got the last time either, but you told me I got birdseed, sunflower, and soap grass last time.
Did I tell you what those do?
No.
Okay. Well, here is soap grass. I think I put in your backpack.
That's fine.
No, where'd it go? Oh, there's under consumables. I'm not gonna give you 6 of those.
Okay.
All right. A birdseed is a interesting item in that it is a plant that is typically eaten by birds, given the name. But the name is actually what gives it differently, is because this is a highly atypical plant, in that if you take the seeds of the bird seed plant and you throw it in the air, they do scatter into a small flock of birds that just fly off.
All right then. That ought to be interesting.
All right, let's see. Do I have it here?
Oh, the ideas for that. Yep. Mm-hmm. Definitely gonna do that.
Right. Then we're going to go ahead and go to Olaf, which is chronicling the area. Olaf, as we're moving by and you're recording not really customs of people because we're not counting any people here, but it's going to be more of landmarks and whatnot to kind of know what's going on. So go ahead and give me a society, or because you're actually out in the wilderness, give me in this case a survival roll.
I was more like taking Chronicle to map out the area so we can travel faster the next time we move through here. And also noting down what we find along the way, basically.
Give me a perception roll, actually, on this one.
Perception. 23.
Okay. So as we're moving across the landscape here, what you do see is that upon the ground is nothing that's really identified besides the Sandos forest to the west here, the ashwood that's very, very far away to the east. But you yourself do come across something that is a little peculiar in nature. There's a nearby wagon that is not occupied. No one's there. There is a couple of broken wagon wheels. It's laying on its side, precariously on a tipping nature. It could be pushed over if you want to. But you do see there's a lot of actual track marks, of hoof marks around it. And you can tell that this has been something of relatively recent in time, just by the churning of the actual ground itself. There is a large group of cavalry, you suspect, operating in the area.
I assume since I have Fletch on me with the horse, he can see it as well.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Fletch? Should we check it out?
Oh. Well, might be worth a look, but I don't know. Do we need to get there now? Maybe remember it, check it out on the way back. Or,
As you're
do you
looking,
think they're... Go ahead.
as you're looking, you do see that this wagon train is a little bit off to the east, but it won't be really any distraction or detraction from your journey. So it's still kind of on the way, but it's something, it'll take like maybe 10, 20 minutes to get towards on the horses. And I've already seen it already there, so you do see that that's all there. The tracks of the upturned earth Of what you suspect is a large group of cavalry does move off towards the northwest.
Yeah, let's see what the group thinks.
I call out to the rest of the group and basically tell them that I can see a card laying over there on the east and ask them if we should check it out, see if there's anything interesting.
I mean,
Do I not? I mean, I guess it could be a trap. Could be bait.
Yeah. Hmm.
Smart.
I mean, we could never be ambushed. 'Cause I'm here.
Well, those are famous last words. Didn't we just barely make it out alive?
But we made it out alive.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Gee, what's the worst that could happen? Another dragon?
Maybe 2 dragons.
That doesn't even sound like a worst case scenario. That sounds like a best case scenario.
Right.
Paul is going to murder.
Well, we know it won't be piranhas.
Yeah, I don't do fish.
Alright, well. I mean, I'm down to go check it out if y'all want to.
Sure. I'm not. Curiosity cat, so to speak.
It's only 10 minutes. Could be good stuff. Could be good information.
Well, let's go check it out.
Y'all start
Can I,
making. Oh, go, Jen.
Can I look around at least and see if it looks like there might be anybody? Is there anywhere for people to like hide and
Not really.
jump out?
No. But if you want to give a perception roll, go for it.
Oh right. My own
Well,
dice.
Fletch is scouting, so maybe he notices something.
That's a natural 20.
Oh boy.
Well, as you are looking about, you don't see any individuals. The actual wagon itself doesn't look like to be of any nature of marked with arrows, signs of damage or battle. Besides the actual, looks like 2 wagon wheels are broken. But beyond that, it just seems to be been abandoned because they didn't have a way to repair it. It's out in the middle of nowhere, really.
But we could also try and repair it. And then we have a wagon and an elephant. And we don't have to rely on your spells.
That will slow you down, though. Taking a wagon will slow you back down to normal walking speed.
Really?
Yeah.
With the elephant? But it would be a more comfortable way to travel, even if
It
it
would.
slows us down a little bit. Well,
On open road, it'd be faster. Middle of the terrain, though, probably not.
well, Freya's like paying really close attention to everything around right now because somebody tried to steal her friend last night. So, I feel like there's not anything around. We could probably go look at it.
Sure.
Alright, let's go.
Okay.
All right. As we're heading towards this wagon, it's getting closer and closer. It's getting more into view. You do see that it's been partially buried, about maybe a foot or so into the mud. Not into the ground, I should say, not the mud itself. And as you do get near, you have been seeing the amount of tracks from horse hooves. And you do see that it is really congregated around this wagon train. So either the cavalry, whatever it was, came around here, originated from here, or maybe attacked this thing. could have been an attack by them.
Hmm.
Okay.
As you get near, within 20, 30 paces, again, you don't see any signs of arrows, no blood, nothing like that. You do go around it to where you can actually see, and I will say from your vantage point, on top of the elephant being fairly high now, as it's moving, lumbering, and you can see downwards. The top of it was actually tarped over. The tarp is kind of just blowing in the wind, and the interior of it does show a few boxes that have the tops open, strewn on the side, and if there were contents, you can tell was looted through.
Hmm.
Hmm. Do
Is
we
that
want
typical of a cavalry to just knock off a lone wagon and steal their crap? And
That seems a little weird.
What does everyone
That's-
think?
It does seem weird, I think.
Oh, I think it's a good question that was brought up by Fletch, and so curious, what goes through everyone's mind? So for you, cool, what goes through your mind?
wondering what happened? Maybe there's like a band of like not necessarily thieves, but like bandits running around on horseback, taking what they can. They gotta keep an eye out.
Okay. What goes through your mind, Olaf?
Well, just wondering what a lone guard is doing out here. If it was a merchant, they mostly have at least some protection with them through the wilderness.
Right.
So what happened with those who probably were guarding this guard? Did they leave before, or did they die?
What goes through your mind, Fletch?
I'm just searching my files for knowledge about gangs that would be in a open cavalry out like this out in the wilderness that would just knock off people, grass pirates, whatever they are.
Definitely go ahead and give me a society roll there, Jim.
Okay.
Yeah. Not uncommon. Bandits typically don't have mount because of the fact that it is a little bit expensive. Got to keep them fed and all of that, but it's not unheard of for groups of bandits that might have been part of a military operation or that of a guard that have taken upon themselves to go ahead and just become mounted bandits. This definitely could be that.
Okay. I'll convey that knowledge to my cheer.
What goes through your mind, Freya?
We've been, especially for Freya, 'cause she was investigating Tobin pretty heavily and realized the corruption back in the tip of Magnemar. So she's almost wondering if this could be more of that going on. We do know that the town that we're headed to has some of that already, especially with the fact that that fort was probably, according to the letter that we read, already taken over, so to speak. So I guess she's kind of wondering if there's anybody there that's hurt, or if anybody needs help, or what is there. Try and find out more about what's going on by investigating, maybe.
Okay. Davina, what goes through your mind?
Where did the people go that had this cart?
Right.
That's my thing. Like, I'm just looking at it like, where did they go? Like, we saw the bandits, but where are the people? Like, did they get hurt? Is there signs of a scuffle? Bodies being dragged? Footprints running off into the distance? Giant dragon melting them with acid? Poison?
Okay.
All the worst things that could happen.
Oh, yeah. I mean, after the last couple of days on this trip, Davina's going worst case.
All right. The question is, as you're around the wagon, as you do look inside and do peer, you're very close now. No traps that any of you do see, but you can definitely tell that whatever was here has been taken, and these are just empty boxes now inside here. We do have the tracks that do go off towards the northwest, but is that something you want to pursue, or just let it go?
I don't know,
I don't
guys. What do
know.
we do?
I feel like Turtleback Ferry is a little more important at the moment.
This would take us out of our way from Turtleback Ferry? Or we could hit it on the way there.
This will take you away from Turtleback Ferry. The pathway, if you look at the map right now, where you currently are, this is going literally this direction. The tracks.
Well, that is an odd direction to go for, if they're going, if they're heading home, I mean, they live in the forest. They're just going to ambush somebody, maybe wait by the forest.
Yeah.
Around there.
I almost feel like that's a problem that'll pop up later.
Right.
Yeah, perhaps we come across them while we're moving to Turtleback Ferry, and otherwise we can always handle it on the way back, probably.
Probably.
So what's the plan of action? Continue on?
I mean, yeah, it's going to take us totally out of our way. Unless we feel like we need to save some people.
And also, if we go into battle against bandits and such, then most likely we'll lose our horses at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, the horses.
Well, they have
are
horses,
really-
so we steal them as well.
True.
Well, and it's possible we could even gain some more information before we get to Turtleback Ferry. Not necessarily that they're connected, but they could be.
That's also true. If they are bandits from this area, they know more about this area than we do.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I guess it's not that out of the way. They can't get. How thick is that forest?
That forest is pretty thick. I mean, it's a full-on forest.
Yeah, that's.
But if they're on horses.
But I mean, it is that forest from right now is about 15 miles away. Ooh, go back there.
Can I make out from the tracks how many horses there are?
Anyone give me a trained survival roll?
Hey, I'm trained.
Ooh.
Uh, 22.
26.
You see, Shalelo's also looking around. And you know as well, but it's about 15.
15 individual horses? Jeez.
Yeah.
Holy jeepers.
They could have, some of those could be just walked, right, and stolen, but if there's 15 cavalry persons, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah.
cart was clearly pulled by horses.
Yeah.
So, there you go. One, if not two.
Right. We're down to 13.
Cool. We're down to maybe 13. I mean, come on, guys. We faced a dragon and ran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got hit in on the dragon at least.
You know
I
what?
gotta-
Also, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to cast Vital Beacon on myself since I've learned now this takes a minute. While we're deciding, I'm putting Vital Beacon on myself.
How long does that last for?
Until the
Uh,
next
and-
daily preparations.
Yeah. The entire day.
I'm new to this hero stuff, so you guys tell me how we do this.
I don't know. We're pretty outnumbered.
Well, I don't know about hero stuff, but we are adventurers.
Yeah. I'm new to that too.
I mean, I am always down for a good throwdown, but the question is, we have one pressing matter and one we don't know what's going on matter.
And
I would
it's
like to know the opinion of Shalelu on this matter.
They could be bandits. They might not. Don't know. Don't know any information extra besides horsemen.
But do you think we should check it out or head to Turtleback Ferry first?
Well, on one hand, if Turtleback Ferry has an issue with the Black Arrows, the faster we get there, the better. But at the same time, if we're heading that direction, we have 15 potential bandits on our back.
Mm.
And our new friend here, as she pets the elephant, is not exactly subtle in the way it hides.
right. Right.
I guess we could potentially get Bush behind that.
No. It did not focus on you.
It's like you're just out of range of the camera.
Yeah, I'm sitting a little farther back because we've been in the chairs all day, so I was trying to be a little more comfortable, but. Bye, guys.
What do y'all think?
How much additional travel are we talking about adding onto this at the minimum? I know it could potentially be more, but
I mean, there are some areas that potentially, I mean, you don't see them. So even though the immediate terrain around you is flat, there are some areas that are a bit hilly. There's some rocks nearby, so there could be places where they could hide in about 8 or 9 miles away, or even maybe close by if there is other areas you haven't seen so far. So they could be anywhere from maybe on horseback, on mount back, 2 to 3 hours away to potentially a day, depending if you do go into the Soundless Forest.
well, I know that I looked around very well, and I don't think they're anywhere near here current.
Follow the
so
track. Keep our eyes open, I guess.
I kind of feel like as much as this is a bit of a diversion, that maybe we should.
Sure, we can always turn
Well,
around.
And, with big girl, big guy here,
Girl.
big girl here, maybe kind of going up towards Turtleback Ferry and skirting the forest is not such a bad idea instead of being out on the open plains.
It's an option as well. Although
With a giant target, no offense.
Also, don't forget that we did run into the dragon in this forest.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe along the outskirts would be okay.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if the dragon is flying over that forest and sees a giant elephant and us out here in the plains, I mean, we're toast anyway.
No. Nobody's going to hurt her, I promise. All right, well, I think we're decided. We will start following the tracks, I suppose.
Let's do it.
Okay. All of you start heading in the northwest direction. And the time is going to continue for a little bit. We do move 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours. And we're definitely making our way towards Santos Forest. And as that deep, dark wood does get closer and closer, where you have, well, you know, there's a dragon in there somewhere. As you get near, you do see in the distance, getting closer now, the starting rise of what looks like a small little fire. Let me rephrase that. A small little smoke from a fire. Now, not like a wildfire. It's contained, so it looks like it may be a campfire or a large bonfire is currently billowing now into the sky. It is just at the edge of Santos Forest, and you can definitely tell that as you're getting a little bit closer, the terrain is getting a little bit more hilly, a little more uneven, to where you're kind of going up and down a little bit, going over some small hills where you can definitely hide behind. So you're not immediately visible, silhouetted by the sky, essentially, going towards this. But it looks like the group, whatever it is, because there's a bit of wind coming from the southeast. The group itself is situated inside probably a actual small little basin. So, I'm curious, do you continue? What do you do?
Well, I might regret this, but I'll volunteer to run up ahead and see. I probably can stay hidden pretty well.
If you want to, but be careful.
I'm very sneaky too. I'll go with you.
I can go as well. At least want me to stay behind.
No, more the merrier. More eyes, the better. If
Yeah.
Eyes are ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty adept at staying hidden. Shirelu gets her bow, just in case, ready. The ones moving up. I believe it's going to be Fletch, Akul, Shirelu. Okay. So as the rest of you hang back, Olaf, Davina, as well as Freya, what are you three doing?
I think I'm just watching. How far are we from like where we think the campfire might?
Maybe about half a mile. Davina, Olaf, anything? Or we're just waiting to see what happens?
I would just be making sure that we're trying to stay out of sight as much as we possibly can traveling with an elephant.
Yeah.
Trying to be stealthy.
Okay. The three of you moving forward. You're getting near and near. You're able to stay outside line of sight for the most part from anyone nearby. But eventually, as you start getting close, the terrain's starting to go from that hilly to a bit more of a flat. That gives to a little more of an area where they're hidden in right now. And so as you get close, you can start to hear the sounds of individuals talking, laughing. They're starting to filter slowly to you if you're very, very quiet. And you're starting to have to actually duck down and starting to get low to the ground as you're coming up. And as all of you are making a way, go ahead and give me. As you get to the last kind of small little hill that would oversee this encampment, whatever it might be. Fletch, Akul, give me stealth rolls.
22.
I was on that one. Okay. Fletch, Akul, shows with you as well. As you crawl to not be silhouetted by the sky, because they'll be beneath you, and you peer in, you see about 15 horses, 15 men, a couple of tents, a large campfire, a group of what looks like gnomes that are on stumps talking to the horsemen. And you see that they are seated. Some are walking around a little bit. They're currently cooking a spitted boar. 2 spitted boars to accommodate for the 15 individuals. And you do see that they all are wearing similar clothing, uniforms. They have metal pauldrons, bucket helm that has a chain coif, but the actual tabard they wear, and even shields on the horses. All the horses have in like a saddle to the horse. Let me rephrase that. In like in a holster, a sheath on the horse is what looks like a large spear. The shield itself is what looks like a large stag. Silver shield with blue of a stag. This is what you see.
And you said those are all men and gnomes mixed up?
So 15 men and about 4 gnomes. The gnomes are seated on all together talking. Doesn't seem like anyone's in danger here, but the 15 horses and the 15 men all look similar to like this picture right here.
You said they're like a half mile away from us?
Yeah.
I think I have a mile reach with Keket. Can I send Keket along the way with
Sure.
them? Okay.
Oh, could I send Winter as well?
You could, which would be a little more obvious that it's not a natural being flying around. But I guess you could also hide.
Hang on a sec. I think.
It would be a flying cat, so it would probably draw a little bit of attention.
I mean,
Oh no, I didn't give Winter invisibility. I was thinking that I did.
Well, I'm curious. Fletch, cool. What do you think seeing this?
Trying to gather information to remember to take back to the group?
Yeah. Just
Looking at weaponry and any,
All the horses have those spears on them. All the spears are on the horse right now. The men do seem to have short swords, or long swords, as well as bows. So definitely a organized group. Which does give you the idea that it's probably not bandits because of the fact that they're not dressed like the typical brigand or individual that just kind of came in haphazardly. Unless they just deserted, they also look clean.
I was gonna say, do they have any like symbols or anything that can be recognizable?
Yeah, do I recognize that?
Give me a
logo?
society roll.
All right.
Society.
This would be a high check though because of the fact that you might never been to wherever they could potentially have been from.
21.
21 is not going to work. And even Shalelu, I haven't been out this far. I don't know who they are.
Yeah. But they look knightly, like
Yeah.
these guys are.
And I suppose, as well as Divina, you can also give me a roll
Ooh, for society?
if you're trained.
No, I'm not trained, so that
Okay.
I mean, I'm a
Don't know.
gnome. Do I recognize the gnomes?
They are definitely forest gnomes.
Forest gnomes. All right.
And I'll give you this information, Divina, let you hear. Senna's Forest, through maybe just overheard or known just because of the culture-wise, Senna's Forest does have a population of gnomes that do live there. Seeing the proximity, these are probably the gnomes that live in the forest, talking with these individuals.
Okay.
So it looks like they're probably good guys, but we still need to talk it out with the group. I don't.
So they brought back information about them already, or not yet?
Do you make your way back now, or do you proceed forward, you two?
You go back first.
Okay.
That's my vote. I think we should.
I mean, heck, it would be like up in the tree, you're like a flutter of wings.
There is no nearby tree, unfortunately, so if you want to have Kekis to land on a nearby ground, you can. But there
Fine, yeah.
don't seem to be any. Don't seem to pay attention to the birds at all.
Just absentmindedly pecks at the ground and then looks up.
Should I have Kekit go forward?
No.
Okay. So eventually, Fletch and Akul get back to all of you.
So these guys, they're well equipped. We wouldn't survive a fight, I don't think. I don't know all of you that well, but I know you, I think, well enough from what we've done so far that they'd kick our ass. But it doesn't look like they would want to kick our ass as long as we're not trying to rob them. So, what do you think?
What did they look like?
Oh, they're dressed like knights. They got nice steeds with looks like maybe even a little barding on them, and they got lances with them or spears and plenty of weapons and armor, and they're all organized in the same. They're all employed probably by the same lord.
With his
Okay.
description, would I be able to point who they are, or if I've ever heard of them?
Give me a society roll if you're trained. It's going to be a high check.
Guidance?
Yeah, I help her delve into that memory.
Guidance.
+1.
You're below me.
+1. Okay. $29.
That will be a success. These
Ew.
are Assyrian guards. They're just some cavalrymen that are probably mounted guards from the town of Ilsurian, which is, you can see on the map, it's a town of about 1,000 people that's on Lake Tarantula. Now, there's why they got here this far, that's what's unknown. But they
Right.
are...
Go ahead.
Yeah, why they're not here so far away from the town, that's unknown. But it's definitely guards from that town.
So I'll just say these look like sounds like, what did you say they were called?
Ilsurian.
Sounds like they're Ilsurian guards. I don't know what they would be doing this far out, but they shouldn't be hostile. I mean, we could maybe just go talk to them, ask them if that was their wagon and what happened or what's going on around this side of town. Shouldn't have any reason to attack it.
I mean, did they actually take stuff out of the wagon, or did it just look like they were rifling around, maybe looking in the wagon, and then went away?
One thing I will say, they have a couple of tents set up, but there's no wagon train with them. Nothing. And the horses that you all saw were mounted horses, not horses pulling a wagon train.
Maybe they
What
could
are
just be investigating it.
Yeah.
But I mean, even still, we came all this way. You guys don't
Yeah.
even want to talk to him?
Well, let's
See,
talk to him. Find out. I think it's weird.
Yeah, see what's
It's-
going
Yeah.
on.
There's
It's
no.
definitely weird.
What, Ola?
It's definitely weird that they are so far away from, well, the city they are supposed to guard. So I think we should
And
just.
by all accounts, they are over 2 days away from the town.
Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe there's something going on out here in the wilderness that we should be aware of, too. I mean, there's got to be a reason they're so far out.
Probably neighbors with Turtleback Ferry too that might have. This may be the reason they're out there. Something we
Yeah.
should know.
All right, let's go talk. And I'll just start walking.
Who's our talker?
I'm just gonna follow our ghoul then.
Who's our leader?
How do you
who is the
approach?
leader?
Just nonchalantly. Just do.
We should probably let them know we're coming up to them.
Hello?
I'll do it. You hear a bit of commotion, and then you watch as 3 riders do right up to the top of the nearby, from the little basin. They all see you. And the 3 of them, they do a bit of hand signals. And then one of them does say, "Oh there! What's your business?"
I'll just put my hands up like, non-threatening. We're just passing through and we saw these tracks that were coming this way, so we're just trying to see what's going on, make sure everything's good and safe. Just trying to make our way to Turtleback.
The 3 start to move forward at a small trot. The horses, their weapons aren't pulled at all, but you do see them unbuckle the clasp of the spear. We're guards from Osurian. I'm doing a bit of business for the council. You're all a bit
Okay.
far away from civilization, with a mighty big animal.
Did you know there's a green dragon in this forest?
Yeah, the gnomes are telling us about it. There's one quite angry recently inside the forest. Caused a bit
Yeah.
of issues.
Yeah, we ran from it because it tried to kill us.
Count yourselves lucky. Most people
Yeah.
can't run from a dragon.
That's why we're way out here. And we saw there was a cart that got destroyed. So we decided, let's get away from that, because if the dragon's running around over there, don't want to be out in the open.
From what the gnomes told us, they tend to reside within the forest, don't really come out. Where are you all coming from? You see that the interaction, he is doing a bit of an interrogation, but again, they're not being hostile. They're questioning you to find out what you're doing, who you are.
We came from Magnamar and we were heading towards Turtleback Ferry because we've got asked by the Major to investigate that.
Really? Well, kind of curious. Haven't been to Turtleback Ferry in a couple months here, but here, your new companions can join us at the camp we have here.
Oh, what are you doing out here again?
Not really privy to tell, miss, but it did involve that wagon. We're investigating something.
Is there anything dangerous out here? Like, are we in danger?
No. I suspect the most dangerous thing out here is going to be us, and by the judge of how you all look yourselves.
Is he telling me the truth? Do I sense any...
I want to do hidden rolls, but I don't want to because you can't. You don't want to do them. All right, give me a perception roll, Jen. It's so fun when I can lie about these.
You can still lie.
But it's much more fun when you actually know the truth.
Perception. I also uno momento.
Well, Paul, you can always do hidden rolls against me.
Ooh, awesome.
Same, I don't really care.
Well, how would we do hidden rolls if we're rolling in person? Oh, you would roll it?
Yeah, and I know you don't like that, so I never did it for this group. It's fine. I won't be part of this group. I mean, you still just won't metagame. I mean, you'll know metagame, you just won't go off the metagaming.
So, I don't know how close this guy's paying attention to me, but just a heads up, I haven't blinked a single time since we've been talking.
Okay, they haven't really noticed. They notice your big-ass elephant, but they're talking with the rest of you. You haven't really talked, so... Yeah, what's your perception roll, Jen?
Alright, well, I'm using this, so...
Okay.
And it says the GM rolls a secret occultism check for you.
Well, like I said, we're not doing that, so you can go ahead and roll it. I know you don't like rolling without you rolling, Jen, so go ahead and roll. Just don't metagame.
You know I won't. I'm gonna use my hero point.
Okay.
Because I rolled only a 20, and I don't think that's high enough. So I'm gonna use my hero point.
Okay.
How long does Davina's guidance last? That would be gone by now, right?
Then
Once you use it, it's gone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's way better. Oh my gosh, so much math in this game. 18 plus 14, so 20 plus 12, 32.
They are definitely indifferent. They're not alarmed. They're not friendly. They have no reason to be, but they're not also hostile. Emotional state is they're just curious about you as well. But you don't get any. The physical condition is they're definitely well fed, seem to be well trained. They're not alarmed or they're not cautious to you. So they're not worried by you. So the troops they have there, the 15 that you know, they believe that if need be, a fight happens, they'll be able to handle themselves. So, yeah, they're just out here, and you suspect he's telling the truth completely.
Okay, so their outward appearance seems to match what they're saying. All right, with that, I'll just look at my companion and just say, I mean, we could still travel more today.
You could.
But safety in numbers, so what do you guys want to do? Do you want to end our travel early? I mean, we already diverted a bit. Or do you want to keep going?
Well, they are people from this region, so maybe they know something about Turtleback Ferry and can inform us of what's happening there, most likely.
Okay.
Perhaps the same thing is happening in Ilsurian. We don't know at the moment.
Okay. Well, can you guys tell us anything about Turtleback Ferry or the road to get there? Have you heard anything lately?
No, but I mean, if you're looking at information, let's go back to camp. Been riding on this horse long enough today.
Okay, let's follow him back to camp, huh?
Okay.
As you follow them back to the camp, you know and realize that all of them are already mounted, just in case something did happen. But as they come in and they see you, they all start to dismount from their horses and put things away. And the one that's talking to you, they seem all right. Just travelers going to Turtleback Ferry. And you hear a couple of mumblings, not in a negative way, from a couple of them. But you see the gnomes are there talking. They look at Davina specifically, and you watch one of them does wave to Davina. Does give Davina a curious glance with the way she kind of looks. But beyond that, they continue the conversation with what seems to be the leader of this group here.
Davina
And
wander over to the gnomes and say hello in gnomish.
hello. Are you okay? You seem a little sickly.
No, totally fine.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? It's nice to finally talk on level. Instead of looking up, my neck was killing me. It's all in gnomish.
Well, that's what happens when you travel with really tall companions all the time. Guessing you're an adventurer by the company you keep. I mean, having a orc and some really well-armored individuals.
Yeah. They're an alright group. What are you guys doing here?
Oh, we're from Sanos Forest. My name is Belland. This is Gelric and Haku over here, as well as Kende. And they all kind of say hello to you. Yeah, we live in Sanos Forest.
Oh, nice to meet you. We just ran from a dragon in the forest. Not that long ago.
We got some. I'm guessing you're the reason why the dragon might be pissed off. You all okay? Typically, not many people live to tell the tale after encountering a green dragon.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're all accounted for. 10 fingers and 10 toes, unless somebody's got less or more originally. I don't know. We're fine. We're good. We're just heading up
There's a group of them inside Sanos Forest, but for the most part, we stay away from them. They tend to reside mostly in the southern parts of Sanos Forest.
Good to know. Good to know. Do you guys know what's going on here? Why these guys?
Oh, they're looking for someone that stole from stuff. Someone stole some things from the council in Ilsurian. I guess they tracked it down to. They're speaking in gnome still, so like the guards don't even know what they're saying. They're just looking at you. Yeah, they apparently whoever stole from the council stole a bit of money, and so they're ordered by the council to go chase them down and encounter the wagon, but was already empty, and so the tracks led here to Sounds Forest. We haven't seen anything, but we were out here doing a bit of grazing when we saw the horsemen come up, and so we're curious. We haven't seen too many people from Ilsurian, so we decided to say hello.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Well, it's good to meet you.
You too.
Guys, we're going to hang out for a little while, and then we're going to go up to Turtleback Ferry. You haven't heard anything about weirdness going on up there, have you?
I'm gonna go to Turtleback Ferry. It's mostly a human place. There's some gnomes there, but none of us have you. Barak Haku? No, I've never been there. And they all say they haven't been there before.
Okay.
The individual that was talking to all of you goes, oh, this is our captain here. Name is Cronin. You see Cronin dusts off his hands. He was the one actually talking to the gnomes. And you did see that he did kind of look at you, Davina, while you're talking to the gnomes, but either he didn't care what you all said or he didn't really understand what you all said. But he just got up, he does shake his hands off. Hello, my name's Cronin Arist, captain of the guard here in, well, not here, Osurian. He goes by and he shakes all of your hands, if you allow it. Well, you're not a group of traveling merchants, that's for sure. Quite heavily armed going to Turtleback Ferry. Something going on?
That's classified.
Seems to be going around.
Yeah.
So what's the captain of the guard doing all the way out here?
Doing my duty. Which I think is not needed. I'm still a guard and I still answer to Osurian. But we're probably going back soon from what I'm guessing.
Oh. Mystery solved?
Yeah.
So is there a best route to Turtleback Ferry from here that you would recommend?
Well, since Turtleback Ferry is on the banks of the Ashwood, you can hop over. I mean, Osirian has a ford over into the Ashwood if need be. But if you're looking to make the fastest way, probably just cut across here to the northeast. You'll hit the Shimmer Glens. It's a fey swampland, but mostly peaceful for what we've all encountered. And then doing a bit of fords to Turtleback Ferry. You have to deal with Hook Mountain though. There's well, it's the fort that is placed up there by Magnamar because of Hook Mountain itself specifically. There were bands of ogres that did live there for quite a number of years. It's a reason for the fort.
Yeah.
But the Black Arrows should have taken care of it. They usually have for the last few years.
So, have you heard anything from the all the way over there, or?
Yeah, there's a. I'm actually been meaning to go there myself. There's a new gambling boat. So it's off to go to Magnamar. I want to go up there and check it out.
Gambling boat river trip.
I mean,
Where do you
gambling.
cross the Skull River?
What was the question, Jim?
Where do you typically cross the Skull River to get there?
Osirian. We have a ford in Osirian that crosses over into the Ashwood. You can then just skirt the banks of the Ashwood to get to Turtleback Ferry.
Do you guys have boats that go in between?
We could. We do have boats that go up and down. But Turtleback Ferry is a small town. It's only about 400 people. I mean, Osirian's only about 1,000, so not much bigger. But we have boats that can go up and down the river.
Is the crossing at Ilthurian the only way to get across?
No, there's other ferries. I'm sure there's some in the Shimmer Glens, but also when you get near the Hook Mountain, the area will have natural fords as well.
Oh, okay.
I think Skull's Crossing is the main one. It's a large, very ancient dam. Old as the bridge, they say, in Magnamar. I've never seen Magnamar's bridge. I've never been to Magnamar.
It's a much safer place now.
It's good to hear. It's always been safe from what I understood.
There was a
Big
rash
trade
of
hub.
murder.
Well, I mean, aside as Magnamar, I imagine there's going to be some every now and then. What's something particular about those murders?
Yeah, I mean, they all had symbols carved into them.
Really?
Yeah,
It's kind of the thing we are tracking down at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're inquiring, we don't have anything like that in Osirian. I mean, the last murder was from a drunken brawl about a week ago, but that was just from a man got pissed off that someone was talking to his wife and he was drunk.
Typical. Typical.
But yeah, well, I'll keep an eye out just in case anything that does occur.
Well, good to know it's not happening over there at least.
Our town's a little peaceful.
Okay.
Is there anything else you can think of that we should watch out for when we start traveling? Morning?
No, just the biggest one is Hook Mountain. Just stay away from. Well, if you hear weird noises, apparently there's rumor. We had some people that did travel from Turtleback Ferry to Osirian a few months ago. There's been some weird calls Hook Mountain, a little more than normal, from what they said. But it's always been the Black Arrows that took care of it. You know, Shalea's been quiet the entire time.
Which direction are you headed in the morning? Are we able to travel together, or are we going to be going opposite directions?
We're gonna head back to Osirian in the morning. Yeah, our mounts are tired from the travel.
All right. Well, since you're sharing your camp with us for the evening, is there anything we can help with?
Well, if you help with the watch, easy enough. I don't think anyone would be inspecting our camp, especially with you all here.
Do you have somewhere for my giant fluffy friend here?
Fluffy? Well, I suppose so. Um, in fact, I don't know. Give me a d20 roll there, Jen.
10.
Okay. The horses aren't really alarmed by the elephant, but yeah, you can. I mean, as long as the elephant is well trained there, you can graze with the horses.
Mm-hmm. She's very sweet.
Myself, I hear elephants are highly intelligent compared to the horses.
Wow.
Okay. And so the group continues to essentially settle down as the day goes on. And are any of you wanting to do anything before we move on to the next day?
Well, I didn't get to do my travel exploration.
Oh yeah, well, we'll continue. We'll still have more days to go.
I
Oh.
wanna go up to the biggest, buffest one of those guards and challenge him to an arm wrestling match.
Give me a diplomacy roll.
What are we doing?
Arm wrestling.
Oh,
Just for fun.
some of that BDE going around there.
What did you roll, Mike?
22.
Some of the guards are, no thank you. I want to make sure that I don't want to strain ourselves, especially with against the orc. No offense there, but you're probably a little bit stronger than all of us, being your physiology and all.
Friendly arm wrestling match. Nothing?
No,
takers?
they say no. They're well disciplined.
Do we see him trying to do this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna loudly say to a couple of guards not too far from him, you should have seen it. This little tiny gnome over here totally whooped his ass in a drinking contest when I first met them. He looks so tough, but...
Do I hear this?
I don't know. Did you say it out loud?
loud enough for the people he's trying to convince to arm wrestle him to hear it.
So then, yes.
So in Gnomish, I'm like, yeah, I whooped his ass. It was great.
Trying to get the people to arm wrestle him.
They deny.
No,
They're out here doing a job. They're not gonna horseplay.
I tried.
I can't give you a stare.
Responsible people.
Gross. Let's keep moving.
Right?
Alright.
Somebody needs to pull the spear out of their butts.
We'll continue after our break.
Oh. understand your situation a little more and to look right. And the Silent Hat is definitely an evil card, and this is, lined up well. I'm seeing more secrets, and possible that you and your wife maybe need to talk, and get those out in the open. Or it's possible that, you know, your child at some point, like I said, is going to need direct.
You see that he does get nervous. You definitely touched on something.
Okay. And if we go to the next column, tell us, what we're going to look for and find.
Misaligned. And then parcel match middle card.
The top is misaligned?
Yeah. For the future. The future of the child, potentially?
Mm-hmm. So this top card here, if you see the imagery on this is also an evil card, but it's misaligned. So this looks like you may have to sacrifice something. Maybe turn away from the material world a bit and its temptation if you want to stay on the right path with your family. Can you get rid of the picture of this card?
Oh, I didn't realize it does it for you. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you said the middle card is a partial match?
Yep.
And lastly, the snake bite. I really hate to do this, but with everything that I've seen here, it looks like your wife might be having an affair.
What? What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of cards here that show betrayal and secrets and turning family against each other. So, something's going on, and you're gonna need to talk to her.
Oh, is this like Maury Povich? You are not
Yeah,
the father.
You see, one of the guys nearby that's watching this sort of thing is, aren't you really, really good friends with your wife's sister also? He just shuts up.
Is the sister pregnant too?
Oh,
He's the one cheating.
no.
We might as well go from Maury to Jerry.
So it looks like you have some things to work out, but your baby's going to be perfectly healthy. And probably will do great things.
Somebody's baby's going to be healthy.
But he just gets up and just walks away.
Probably the best thing you could do.
You see one of the guards. Oh, he does have a gambling problem.
I mean, that came up as well. Definitely away from the real world and focus family. And these cards are really cool. I mean, not only can they help me help people, but they also, and I throw one at a tree.
Okay, it sticks to the tree. I've never seen a fortune teller do that before.
And then I say my command word, and it turns right back to the deck.
Okay. I'm gonna go over there now. And the guard just walks away from you as well.
Man, if they get spooked over cards, I better keep myself.
While she was doing the reading, I just walked up because I was interested in seeing it as well. And I just tell Freya, well, his wife might have not been having an affair, but he might have. since he's good friends with his wife's sister, apparently.
Oh, I think that it's on both. Just based on what I saw in the cards, looks to me like they definitely need to focus a bit more on each other.
That one card almost looks like me on a bad day. The Silent Hag.
You hear that, Fletch?
What to Fletch?
No, Fletch hears
Wait,
that.
Oh,
what?
Fletch has probably seen a little bit of Davina, but not the full thing yet. But eventually, the watch. I mean, again, no one's gonna raid a camp of 20 people, 21 people. So it is a very, very easy night, and eventually, the morning does arise. The horses are tacked on, and harnesses, tack, saddles put on them, and all of the individuals wish all farewell as they make their move back to Osirian.
so this is the morning now, right? We could take a long rest.
Yep.
Hey. The bear.
I'm gonna leave Vital Beacon up. I'm just gonna say that I'm casting it again.
It's probably like every day, just one spell you cast.
Yeah. Unless that we're like hanging out in a town, I don't think we're gonna get attacked. I'm not gonna cast it, but it's on me because dragons.
Well, they only live in the south of the forest, they said.
You think that's the only dragon?
You said there was a group of them.
He may go get his buddies because he's all pissed off that we fucked him up.
Well, he fucked me up, not we them. Or we him.
Well, duck faster.
You know, we were kind of like that mosquito that just zzz in your ear and then bites you. Like, that's irritating. He's probably really irritated with us.
We did some damage to him.
I did some damage to him.
I know dragons. He was not happy.
All right, and then I'm going to give. So I know that Olaf was very interested in what I was doing last night while I was doing the reading. So when I wake up in the morning and we're doing all our preparations, Olaf, I will hand you a little bag around that's tied, and you can wear it around your neck. And I'm just gonna say, here, this will help you when you need it. Just hold on to it and just put it around your neck.
Well, thank you.
And what that does mechanically is the first time that you attempt a saving throw against a spell or haunt, you get a +1 bonus to the roll. You want me to put it in chat, Paul?
Yeah, go for it.
Interesting.
All right, and we continue our journey. All of you start making your way with the elephant, resummoning the horses. Shalilu gets back on, and y'all start heading back towards the, in this case, northeast. And as you are moving, I actually did this wrong. I actually mixed up Fletch's and Olaf's actual activities, so I'm just going to continue on that. So as we are moving now, Fletch, go ahead and give me a roll for the scouting. That being, in this case, perception. Okay, good enough. You're really good eyesight. So, what I actually told Robin should have been for you. Well, I'm going to tell you should have been for Robin. But let you all do this right now. So, as you're making your way this day towards the northeast, after moving full on in this day with the horses, with the elephant, you actually see a trail that does go from this area here, that does go into Santos Forest with a small little actual sign that does say Old Santos Trail. And it does list on it Turtleback Ferry. So this is a path that does go to Turtleback Ferry.
Great. Now we know where to go.
Sweet.
It does go through Santos Forest, though, so do keep that in mind.
Yeah.
All right. But you're definitely in the north of the forest now, as y'all start making your way, making your movements. And as you are inside Santos Forest, it's up to you, Akul. Do you want to harvest for things inside the forest, or before we get there along the plains?
Oh, inside for sure.
Where?
Inside the forest for sure.
Okay. So look for medicinal herbs, or for... In fact, you'd probably be in there. Give me a nature roll.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a 17.
Do you wish to hero point that?
Nah.
Also, I would have relayed to them what I learned from the in Gnomish about.
Actually, give me a
those guards
second.
do.
In a forest, you actually might have a advantage on this. Actually, you do. Reroll. You have advantage on this check.
Ooh.
Even worse.
Oh no!
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
no.
a 15.
Yeah. Unfortunately, as we're going through, you don't find anything that's going to be useful. You find some herbs, find some mushrooms, but ultimately, she really does tell you, these are actually going to kill if you eat them. I wouldn't recommend that.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to, I'll bury you.
Wow. Davina takes a look. You might get a really cool hallucination off of that before you die.
I can't be killed by a mushroom.
Don't do it.
Is he gonna eat it?
Do you know the name of that mushroom you're looking at right now and joke around with?
A death mushroom?
No. It's a Cyclops dung eye. And
This
Davina's correct. You will have some very, very good hallucinations from what I've heard about them, and then you will shoot yourself to death.
Oh, Paul, you don't even know how much I want to die that way.
Get out, Mike.
I'll put it this way, Mike. If you eat it, you're making a new character. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna eat it. But make it sound less fun next time.
make it less fun?
Like make it sound less fun.
Oh, okay.
For me.
Okay, sure.
You tell me like me as Mike, I'm down.
Okay. As we're making our way through, Freya, who you trying to influence?
So I kind of figured since I'm so new to the group that I wanted to kind of talk to everybody and get to know them.
Okay.
So I was thinking I would just ask each one of the group a question about themselves.
Yeah.
What I get. So I know this doesn't really have any benefit to us traveling, but
No, I'll still give you benefit. It's still ultimately it is meant for NPCs like Shalelu, but I still want you to be. I also want you rewarded for it. So I'll still get everyone maybe like a bonus based on what happens. I'll think about it.
okay. So, I guess I'll just start at the top of my camera. So while we're traveling, Freya will come over to you, Davina, maybe while we're taking a short rest, and just. So, what is your amulet thing? What is?
The holy symbol I have?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm
Well-
not really like familiar with the gods and stuff. I mean, I know of them, but I don't align really with them. So I was curious about you.
I don't have. I'm like this is like for like death gods. So not really anyone in particular, but like, with what I do, I just kind of focus on the afterlife and ushering things into the afterlife and taking care of gravestones, and it just kind of, that's just, and it's been that way ever since I came back from the dead, and she just does it really nonchalantly.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah. I don't really remember how. Keket helped guide me back. He's not a normal bird, obviously.
So are you alive?
Yep.
So
Cursed.
you were alive, and then you were unalive, and now you're alive again?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember a whole lot from before, though.
I've never heard of that reading. I would love to do a reading for.
Oh boy. It could be interesting, huh?
Yeah, we don't really have time right now, but definitely.
Maybe you could help me remember what happened and
Maybe.
why.
Maybe.
Hmm.
Maybe
Hmm.
we can figure some things out.
Yep.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, I'm cursed. So, like, some of the powers I have, pretty big, pretty important, and they just take a toll on me, being that close to death.
Hurry.
Yeah. It's
Is
like
there-
it's like the payoff for the power, you know what I mean?
I do actually.
Yeah.
I'm definitely never been unalive, but I do understand that trade-off, for power, my power as well, my ability based on, in a way. My, well, so cool.
Yeah.
And the conversation will fizzle out from there. I'll move on. And Fletch, you're actually technically next on my screen, but I'm going to come to you last. So Freya will make her way over to Olaf and just, whenever I look at you, you look troubled or, like something's bothering you. Have you been through a lot of hardship up till now?
Well,
Hero.
kinda, yeah. Aside from losing, my adopted goblin child a while back.
Just
I
couldn't hear anything weirder.
Yeah, we found him in a goblin village and was abandoned there, so we decided to take him in. But aside from that, in the past
Well, how did you lose him?
uh, in the last fight where we found out one of our companions was a traitor and betrayed us.
Tobin.
Yeah, Tobin.
Dick.
We took Hero with us because he already got kidnapped once, and
Hero,
What?
that's the goblin?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a nice name.
He definitely is, but we wanted to protect him, so we took him with us. But that apparently wasn't a smart choice,
Oh,
since Tobin used him against us.
oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
He's still alive, and one of our other friends took him with her to make sure he stayed safe and not bring trouble to the party anymore, basically.
Hmm. Well, I mean, it sounds like you guys, did a really good thing. It's probably all out. You guys are so interesting. And then I go over to a pool. And I just come up to him like, so you bowed to a feral green dragon. What was that all about?
Respect the power of dragons.
Oh, they are very mighty creatures.
Yes.
Why do you respect them?
Kind of a long story. And
Ain't got nothing but time.
just know that there's certain dragons out there that are good, some that are bad, and I'm going to find a bad one.
You're trying to find a bad one?
Yeah.
Oh. Like a specific dragon?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
A white one.
A white one. Why?
Because he killed my tribe.
Oh. I'm sorry. How long ago was that?
A long time ago.
Well, maybe I can help you find him.
I'm sure I'll find him. I'm
Well,
destined to either live in the glory of his death or die in the heart of battle.
let's shoot for live in the glory of his death. I mean, I think you look like you could probably take on a dragon.
I mean, I did. Not very well, but I'm working on it.
From there, seeing that Akul is very forthcoming with information, chatty, I will move over to Fletch.
Hey.
Hi. So, what do you think of our new companions here, our new group? They're very interesting.
Yeah, they've had some strange lives. Nothing like mine. I'm just regular old businessman. Nothing going on there.
So,
Guess I didn't get out much when I was younger, I suppose.
yeah.
That's
Did you?
I don't know how these guys get into the trouble they get into, or find dragons, and that's never been my style. I'll avoid danger if possible.
I think they're very interesting and they seem like really good people. I'm one excited to see what's going to happen next. I mean, every time I talk to them, one tells me that she's died.
Yeah,
once.
died, right? Yeah.
And then
Thought that was a once in a lifetime thing.
right? And then they adopted a goblin child, and like,
Right?
I mean, I've seen some things with my readings and visions and things like that, but I am so excited to see where this is going to take us and find out what's going on with all these murders, and think that these people can do
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so. Counting on that.
it. But I think in all, they're good people.
Yeah.
Secretly the big bad evil guy.
Believe you.
Good enough. Let's put it that way. Good enough.
That's
She
why
doesn't
the
believe
Villa hasn't died yet.
I mean, she has died already.
I have.
Apparently, it doesn't matter if she dies. She just comes
Right.
right.
Let's not.
Nah. You don't want to.
I know she's the big bad evil guy to me in our drinking contests.
Yeah.
The big bad evil girl, you mean?
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. That's right.
All right, and that's it.
All right.
Sort of getting to know everyone.
Okay. As you are moving through the region, you do spend a little more time outdoors again, but as you're moving through, you eventually, following the trail, does take you through this part of Santa's Forest, and you eventually see yourself taking a natural ford over onto the bottom of what has been known as Hook Mountain. And you do cross the terrain. You are starting a bit of wood line as you pass that ford. There's a trail, there's a road that does take you following the edge of the forest here to the lake that you have definitely heard, because you start to see people. One thing you notice, though, is that once you've actually entered Santa's Forest and exited it into the northern part, you're hit by rain. And rain that has not really let up at all. And even though we're getting into the months, it is summer, it's a really, really heavy rain. And it does make all of you have to really tend to your clothing, your packs, your items, because it's a really torrential downpour that is constant. But eventually, as you're going by, you see people that do actually wave hello to all of you, give you a bit of greetings, and you see that when they do see you, they do perk up a little bit, almost like this rain has been making them a little more downtrodden, a little more of a moody-esque in attitude. And then seeing someone new, as obviously you all are, they do kind of perk up, and they do say, hello, hello, where are you coming from? And they do a little bit of small talk if you do allow it with them. And they do say they're from Turtleback Ferry, going to Sound Sports other locations, but you meet about maybe 3 or 4 on your way. And eventually, as you're going, it's near evening.
Can the people that we meet from Turtleback Ferry, can we ask them like what's been going on in the town lately? See if they have any information for us.
Absolutely. As you talk to one individual, individual that's going, carrying a couple packs, looks like he's going to travel whatnot a little bit. He does tell you, oh, hello, hello. It's a new face. It's nice to see a new face. I haven't seen one in quite some time. My name is Kare. Where are you all coming from?
Magnamar.
Oh, far journey. And magnificent animal you have there. But yeah, I'm coming from, I guess the only route here is Turtleback Ferry. Is there anything you want to know?
Here, there's something stirring in the mountains. What's that about?
Something always stirring in the mountains. It's the reason why I'm actually leaving. There's always been the Black Arrows that do pop into town every couple of days, sit there by Magnamar, but we haven't heard anything from Turtleback. We haven't heard anything from um, the their Fort Rannoch in about 2.5 weeks now. So some people are a little alarmed, not just because of that, but also because of the sinking of Paradise. But the town's a little dreary right now. The weather, this downpour is definitely much sooner than we expected the last couple of years. So it's unrelenting. It's nonstop.
Has there been anything weird happening actually in Turtleback lately? Had it.
And besides the Black Arrows not showing up, besides the barge Paradise sinking inside of the lake, um, everyone's mood's just kind of bad right now. Just this rain not lit up at all. But also the Kriegwood, the woods right here, actually is a little more dangerous. There's been some attacks by boars and even bears coming out of the Kriegwood.
Is that normal?
No. Again, Fort Rannoch is north here. Actually, if you the best way to get there is actually through Turtleback Ferry. There's a bridge that does enter into the northern part of Kriegwood. I wouldn't recommend going through the Kriegwood at all. There's always been animals inside of the Kriegwood itself, but lately the trappers and the hunters have. Some have been mauled, some have been not even going in there. Between bears, the firepelt cougars, and even boars, they're much more common now along the edge, which has not been usual for the last couple of years.
And you said the Black Arrows usually come into town and handle stuff, right? So like
They ask for
what
rumor, entertainment, especially with Paradise being the entertainment in town for a lot of townsfolk. But damn, I mean, with the loss of life from the people that were killed and it sinking, it's a bad time right now in town. But I mean, your presence there is actually going to cause people to probably be a little more upbeat, seeing some new faces in town.
So, and then with the Black Arrows missing, has the crime rate gone up as well? Have there been like?
No, I mean the Black Arrows don't protect the town from people inside town. They protect it from the ogres in Hook Mountain. There's always been ogres and trolls, and even worse. I know some of the trappers have been saying that because Fort Rannoch has gone silent, that's what's causing the animals to come forward. I can't dispute that.
What's the Paradise thing that you keep talking about?
The pleasure barge. Damn, it sank a couple weeks ago with 12 people on board. But it was the life of town for a little bit here. It was a gambling place, but you can get drinks and meet company. And honestly, Turtleback Ferry only has about 400 or 500 people, and it brought in a bit of life, bit of entertainment into Turtleback Ferry. And then just one night, everyone saw it was up in flame about 2 weeks ago, and it just, well, actually about a week ago. So it's just about a week ago, just up in flame and sank to the bottom.
Wow.
No, about 2 weeks ago, actually. No, it was about 2 weeks ago.
Did you go there? Bet it was fun, huh?
Yeah. The company, the people, even get some coin, especially from that beautiful woman. But I think she perished with that barge.
Beautiful woman?
Yeah. The proprietor of Paradise was a red-haired woman named Lucretia.
Named what?
Lucretia.
Lucretia McEvil.
What? No.
It's a. Never mind.
Was that the name in the letter?
No, I'm just making a joke. That's an old Three Dog Night song.
Oh.
Sorry.
Don't know that one.
Where's the note of the letter?
I don't see the most recent letter. Normally I can pull it up in the calendar, but I don't. see
I,
it.
I I'd be kind of lazy. I need to fill that back in. I'll put it in
Oh.
chat. Give me 1 second. It's one of the things I've been making note to actually do back in my games. I've been kind of bad with that. Right here. It is Rise of Runelords. Images right here.
Oh, it just says assist.
Right.
For some reason, I thought I heard that name before.
Yeah. Well, it sounds very similar to Zanisha, which is why I picked up on it.
So I have on me in my inventory, a amulet. Actually, I'm wearing it. That is the Sahedron medallion
Mm-hmm.
with that symbol on it, and I just want to be like, you ever seen this before?
God damn it! She read my mind.
No, it's kind of pretty though.
Oh. Okay.
Well,
There were just weird things with this symbol in another town. I was just curious.
No, I haven't seen any of that.
well, thank you for the information.
You're welcome. Enjoy your stay inside Turtleback Ferry. If you're looking for a place to stay, you want to go to the Bottoms Up Tavern or the Inn, the Turtle's Parlor.
Bottoms Up Tavern. Right. We'll put him up.
Paul, do I believe him that he's not seen it?
Give me a perception roll. Anyone can if they're watching this guy.
You give me a perception roll, Paul.
Oh, okay. I'll do it for you.
Plus 11.
Yeah, he's telling the truth.
30.
Or is he?
God
I rolled a 14.
19.
He doesn't have any type of deception. He's not sweating. He's very, very calm, collective. He's not shifting his eyes, not shifting around at all. Yeah, haven't seen it before. It was pretty.
All right, well. Guess we mosey on.
And as we move away from them, I'm going to look at our group and be like, do we want to just go straight to Fort Ranch? Do we even want to stop in Turtleback Ferry?
Well, it does sound like we should check out Fort Rennock first, yeah.
And Shalelu, you want to go to Fort Ranch, don't you?
If you not heard from them in 2 weeks and they're here, close by, yeah. We can cut through the forest. I don't think that we'll have any trouble with us 5.
No.
Or 6, I should say. With us 6, but he did say that the road, for taking the road, is through Turtleback Ferry.
I mean, if we're gonna go through Turtleback Ferry anyways.
I mean, it's starting to get late. Could be go through Turtleback Ferry, stay there near to the ground, head to Fort Rank in the
Mm-hmm. Yep.
plan.
I mean,
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a good plan, yeah.
Deal.
Okay. All of you continue on, and as you get near, you finally see Turtleback Ferry in the distance. And as you are, you see that the first thing you do see is a couple of small farms, and then a cemetery, or I should say a graveyard, and then a few homes. And you see people walking about, and it's near evening now. The sun is going down as you are all arriving.
As we walk past the graveyard, can we tell if any of the graves look fresh?
me a perception roll. This is observation looking at as you walk by.
Davina's in on this because obviously she would know.
13.
From right
I'm
here,
gonna,
you can't see.
I'm gonna click my little compass.
17.
Oh wait, never mind. I lied. I forgot I can only click it for myself.
Fletch, the graves, as you look around, none of them seem new. Now, you did hear about 12 people died, but if they're buried, weren't buried here.
Well, maybe
Well,
there's-
probably buried at the bottom of the lake.
Well, but it doesn't look like anybody's been buried here in a while.
Davina's gonna, like, as she's walking, put her hands on her hips and go, I'm disappointed.
Demon, what'd you roll?
17. But also, she's gonna say, there's not a single turtle back here. Where are the turtles?
Whoever's looking inside that graveyard, if you're trained in crafting, give me a crafting roll.
Ooh, with that I am.
That's the one thing I'm not trained in.
Oh, and you got a lot of skills too, being a rogue.
29. Nope, 30. Lie. Math is hard.
Hot damn.
Nah. So, looking over there, there's a group. I'm just saying this to everybody. That about 14 of those headstones are brand. It's interesting because it doesn't look freshly dug. Yeah, I can tell, but those are brand new headstones.
And those of you that did look in there, especially Fletch, the ground is undisturbed. So there's nothing disturbed in the ground with the gravestones or the headstones.
I wonder if they couldn't get the people out of.
Yeah, maybe.
Is there writing on them?
You see there is. Too far away to read it, but there definitely is.
Okay.
Well, do what they want with their graveyard, I suppose.
Someone's walking by. Actually, individual. It's a house right here. Comes out to work on the garden. Says it's getting a little bit later with the rain. Oh, hello. Good evening.
Hello.
Want to get out of this rain? It's been a downpour the last couple days.
Telling you. Where can we stay?
Oh, you want to go to the Turtle's Parlor? It's a good inn here. If you're looking for a drink, you go to the Bottoms Up.
I heard that's the place to be.
It's the only place to be here. We don't have too many inns or taverns here inside of Turtleback. Stay away from the water.
Why is that? Turtles?
Oh, yeah. When we had a bit of a tragedy about 2 weeks ago, I keenly felt for everyone here in Turtleback. We lost about 14 people. The Paradise, a barge, gambling barge here, sunk during the middle of the night.
So, Paul, just because I'm playing a highly intelligent character, did you intentionally change the number of people who died? And can Freya pick up on that? Or was that an...
That's true.
When we were talking to the people outside of town, they said 12.
Yeah.
We just saw 14 gravestones, and he said 14.
Mm-hmm.
So Freya notes that. And then... Oh, shoot. What was the other thing I was going to ask?
Do you know what sunk it?
Give me 1 second. I had this and I lost it. Yeah, it was a lake monster. Um, it's a legendary giant guard known as Pink Eye. Could have seen it one day. I could have sworn. Tell you, that's what sank the barge.
A giant sea monster, pink eye.
Yeah, a giant gar known as Pink Eye.
That's a weird name.
Davina, don't you have that book?
Yep.
Anyone that is curious that has trained in nature, give me a nature roll.
All right.
Well, I've seen a gar.
Something
Yeah.
else I am very good at.
Of nightmares.
19.
Ooh. Oh God, math. All right, so 18 plus 15 is
33.
At 20.
33.
Not even gonna bother with those rolls.
This is a gar. Giant gar called Old Pink Eye.
Oh, pink eye.
Hey Freya,
Yes.
but didn't they say something about it catching fire and then sinking?
Also, the murders in Magnamar were all people who were greedy. Do you think people who gamble are typically greedy? And the
I
entire
mean,
sank?
The owner could
Why
have.
don't you ask the gamblers of the group that deal in casinos?
Yeah. Anybody know anything about casinos?
We have 3 people here.
right? Yeah.
I mean, I
Half the group.
practically.
Yeah, the guy.
Farmer! Yes.
Yes, I'm sure it was Pink Eye. Right. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, at that point, I to and just say to everybody, there's something fishy.
Sadly, Davina was not a turtle.
Yay!
Something fishy.
Yay!
That's it. All right. Good night. I'm out.
That intimidating glare, Freya.
She likes.
Jeez.
Get a room.
Okay.
So.
As you're talking, you watch as an individual in the rain. You can't tell if he's crying or not because the definite rain, but he's holding a grouping of roses, and he walks into the graveyard to one of the new headstones and just falls to his knees and places the roses down against one of the gravestones and just on his knees just watches the gravestone.
Okay. Well, Davina, being who she is gonna go into the graveyard, and I'm gonna like slowly walk amongst the graves and dust a little thing off here and rearrange a flower there, and just kind of like I'm glancing at them and looking at this person, also like slowly making my way over there.
He's doing some slight mumbling, doing a bit of talking. He's talking to the gravestone. Um, Definitely, you can tell someone that lost someone probably on that barge. Eventually, he notices you. Uh, Hello. Is there something you need?
I was just looking at the graves, making sure everything looked like it had been tended. It seems like this one's important to you. Did you lose someone?
Yeah, my wife. He
Oh,
cleaned some dirt from the base of the headstone.
I'm very sorry for your loss. How did she die?
She was on the barge when it when it it sunk from the combined weight of the sins of those on board.
Oh, the gar that took it out, right? Or the fire?
They sank because Aristotle punished them.
Can you spell that, Paul?
You know what this? It's the god. Um, the god Aristotle. Common god. It's a god that is concerned of family, farming, hunting, and trade. Um, it's one that doesn't send out followers into the world to fight and crush evil, but is one of protecting and living in a family and farming and hunting, providing for your community, protecting your community, keeping the peace. It's a very common god for hunters.
Wow.
I knew she had a gambling problem. I thought it was fun the first few times that Paradise came here, but she was there when it sank at midnight.
Did you know anybody else that died that night?
I knew a couple. It sank in the middle of Turtleback Ferry. Can't even get to the bodies. She's not even here.
Oh.
Just drifted off. It was always anchored nearby, like by Clay Bottom Lake, just off the piers. But the anchor broke or something. It just floated out there.
Wow. It's it's really unfortunate. Sorry to hear that happened. Do you think that they were all like sinners though?
He, at that point, just kind of goes unresponsive and just puts his hands on the headstone and just ignores you.
I'm just gonna turn and
He's just
wander
weeping.
back. Hey guys. So those are the headstones for the 14 people that died.
Did you catch well?
Hmm?
Did you catch that as well?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that the guy that we ran into said that there was 12 and something about it going down in a fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then that guy said 14 and a fish took it down.
What did he say?
The
That's just,
sins.
they're telling themselves stories. That's
Yeah.
all.
And mentioning about how, Aristelle was,
Right.
they angered the god. And
Right.
down they went. That his wife had a gambling problem. His wife died. And they can't even get the bodies. At midnight. At midnight it went down.
And Aristelle is not. I mean, Aristelle is a good deity as far as we all
Yeah.
see.
Yeah,
Aristelle.
like lawful good, neutral kind of.
Be vengeful, the gods, in his mind.
Well, sounds to me like either these people have no idea what happened, or they're all trying to hide what actually.
Well, we got a letter that at least Fort Rannoch is under control of someone. And seeing how Fort Rannoch is connected to the city, we can probably assume some people here are either lying to us or are also under their control.
I think they're just lying to themselves, honestly. They don't know what happened, and they tell themselves their stories about Pink Guy and God's punishing them. There's more to it for sure.
Yeah. Seems weird to me that somebody would say it went down in fire, though. That you would definitely see.
Yeah. Again, that's probably how stories get twisted, right?
Yeah.
Davina and Akul, didn't we, on the way to McNamara, also met a dead person that was a gambler?
Yes.
And wasn't Akul talking about this gambling boat or something?
No, but the guy was a gambler, and that's where we met Akul.
And I mean, I know from following Tobin, looking into the murders in Magnum, that all of the people that were murdered had some sort of, sorry, Fletch, greed.
The greed. Yeah, it's in the letter. I
Yeah.
didn't believe they were talking about my uncle that way, but apparently he was greedy.
Or
mad
some-
at it.
Gambling and greedy are two things that go hand in hand most of the time.
Right. And it's possible that these people are being manipulated to this, flaw, I guess. Because, I mean, in the letter, this woman states, well, we don't know if it's a woman, actually. Do we? You look back at the letter.
I believe it was a woman,
Is it?
yeah.
She's saying that, or he, saying that she's harvesting or growing these people, so it's possible that there's some manipulation.
And also, the second sentence, it may interest you to know that my plan to nurture greed here in this backwater has blossomed.
Right. What I'm saying. So this barge could have been part of nurturing that greed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
And I really actually don't know. I mean, reading the letter, I'm for some reason led to believe that this is a woman, but may not.
It might not be, you're right. I assumed that too.
A pool did say something about the letter comes off as very catty, so it must be a woman.
So maybe this sinking of the barge was actually the harvesting of the greed and we just were too late.
Or perhaps someone who just didn't like the gambling boat being here. Because an anchor just doesn't break that easily.
Well, it's possible as well, but seems like that could be a really big.
All of a sudden, Davina's gonna go, ah! And she's gonna point at the river where some people are rowing in a boat.
Roll down in chat.
On the shell.
There is actually a picture from the book itself, so that's not something I found. It actually is part of the book.
I mean, come on.
There it is. That's the actual literal turtleback ferry.
Nice.
I knew it had to be here somewhere. There had to be a reason. You can't just call a place Turtleback and not have turtles. Back.
Don't seem to be alive, though.
We would have to just burn down the whole town.
Agreed. Rename it. Yep.
We might have to just burn down the whole town.
I should name it No
Don't say that too loud.
Turtleback Ferry.
So can we kind of infer that there's probably foul play on this sinking of this barge? This is not an
No.
For sure.
Yep.
yeah.
What do you guys think? Should we head to the inn, or should we just call it a night and get a really early start tomorrow morning? I don't think we're going to get much.
Yeah, they're kind of in mourning, so who knows how much you could actually get, and everything's kind of scattered around.
Well, and that's what I mean is I don't think we're going to get any reliable information from the town. I think we need to head to Fort. I think something's weird is going on here, and something's just leading me to believe.
Yeah, Fort Rennock is first on the priority list at least.
Mm-hmm.
Is that 7-sided Sahedron symbol thing anywhere? Any sign of it on anything?
Not that you see.
Fort Rennock, most likely.
Because their thing was the symbol on the dead people. So, like.
Well, but remember from the letter that she said are you still carving the symbol in them? How crude. So they may not be doing that.
Right.
Right. You don't think
Um,
that they'll be marked in some way, though?
I think so, because it says my method of marking is so much more elegant.
Okay, so yeah. So
Do you
We
want to
need to
start
think
looking?
about large.
I would say, is there anything like people have tattoos, or
Yeah, do we see anything that stands out?
I mean, you're at the edge of
as-
town right now, near the graveyard, so you're not really talking to anyone
Oh.
at the moment.
Sorry, I was imagining we were moving in and talking as we were walking. That's
Yeah.
I just didn't actually.
Okay.
walking and talking, walking and
As you're walking,
Yeah.
talking, everyone give me a perception roll.
Ooh.
Well, that's a natural one.
oh no.
21?
26.
27.
Ooh, you win.
$15 and 12. Yep, 27.
Well,
And-
everyone wins because I just rolled a natural one. Well,
I
No.
rolled a 15 too, but I'm only plus 11.
You're not seeing it.
We don't see anything?
On people looking around, you're not seeing it.
All right. Well, how far is Fort Rennick from here?
You ask a nearby person. Oh, hello. Nice to see a friendly face around here. For Rennick, it's about 25 miles away from here.
How far can we? How long does it take to go 25 miles?
On horseback. Most likely, I might be actually wrong about that. Yeah, about 22 miles. On horseback. Let's see. Let's look at travel times.
wouldn't an elephant be slower than horses, to be honest?
No.
No, elephant's as fast as a horse. Maybe not a riding horse, but a normal horse it is. So you go about 4 miles an hour.
So that's 5.5 hours.
Give or take.
Yeah, it'll be dark.
Yeah, it would be too late. And I don't think trying to swim out to the lake is a good idea.
I mean, there's a giant fish there that sets boats on fire.
Yeah,
Don't tempt our orc friend here.
that's right. There's a giant fish that breathes fire that was sent by the gods, right?
Sure.
Okay.
That sounds
I
like
do
a-
have something I can do to get down to the boat, get out, but I would rather do it. I said I do have something that I can do to get down to the boat to check it out, but I would rather do it during. Really want. Mm-hmm. So let's
You're
just.
directed if you want to. Location wise, you put in some here so you can, if you want to go locations, the common ones. This is gonna be.
I would like to go to new text.
Get out, Mike.
New Text Tavern.
Sounds like an amazing tavern.
Yes.
Shut up.
While we're kind of deciding what to do, I'm feeding my new friend food and petting.
Oh God, where are you gonna stable that thing here?
Yeah. Trying to figure out how this is gonna work.
She probably can't come into the bar with us.
No.
No.
There are 2 bottoms of the taverns.
Give me a second.
Paul, I want to fight some shit.
Well, go try to find that gar in the lake.
I have no like no.
Gag her mouth.
Why don't we call it a night for tonight? like get into the inn and sleep. We'll in the morning I'll see if I can see anything in the lake and we'll head to the fort.
Sounds like
Sure.
a good plan, yeah.
Yeah, cool. You want to go get a drink first, though?
Always.
Where are we heading? The Bottoms Up Tavern or the Turtles Parlor Inn?
It sounds like we're splitting the party.
Okay. Well, put yourselves where you want to go. Oh, if you're going somewhere else, let me know. If you're going to something place besides the tavern or the inn.
We're gonna booze it up a little bit.
What other places are there here?
So, ask a nearby person. Oh, yeah, we got the Turtles Parlor, the inn. The Bottoms Up. The Turtleback General Store is a good place if you're looking for items. The Church of Air still, as he points to the large building over here. We also have the Skull Ferry if you're looking to get a ride somewhere. We have the schoolhouse as well for children. And well, that's really kind of it. We have the Ironworks metal goods for any type of ironwork that needs to be done at this building over here. General store being over here, number 5.
Hey, Olaf, don't get us kicked out of that one.
What? You got kicked out of a store?
I'm not sure how Akul knows that, to be honest, because I never told him.
That was, I just said that for funsies.
Rewind.
Talking your sleep, Olaf?
Davina actually said that because she'd be the one that would know.
When I walk up to this inn, do I see like a stable for horses and stuff?
The inn? Yeah.
Will my friend fit?
Just barely. But as you do bring the elephant does get a lot of attention. You do see a lot of children are in the streets like, wow, can I ride it? Can I ride him? Some individuals, some others go by and, would that be okay? I'll pay for it.
I'm gonna say no. Sorry, I don't trust this town yet.
And walks away.
Sorry.
Got put up by the kid.
That's alright. Yeah, I don't trust what's going on in this town or these people, so...
The kid starts crying. "Ah!" in the street. Mother takes him away.
It's fine. You should learn early that you don't always get what you want. Builds character.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Wow.
Stop what?
It's okay. Don't listen to the mean lady. Takes the kid away.
Well, I won't be paying for a room because I'm gonna be sleeping stable with Ella. We already had fake creatures try and steal her off it, so.
Okay.
And I really don't trust this.
Well, as Akul as well as Fletch head towards the Bottoms Up Tavern, as you enter into, you see a duo of halflings that are currently just talking with a bunch of hunters, fishermen, trappers, and you see the halflings. Oh, hello! And you see that they immediately come walking over to you, and you see, here are the ones that you do see. Right there. As well as... no, not that one. Get out of there. See these 2 halflings. I don't recognize you. What can we do for you? Welcome to the Bottoms Up. My name is Yads, and here is my gorgeous wife, Berthandi.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good evening.
I'm just here for a drink.
Well, sit down, find a table. We'll bring you some drinks. I'm looking for the local cuisine, the fine ale, or are you looking for something brought from? We got drinks from Magmar and even as far away as Pendaka, but it's just on the bottom side of Clay Bottom Lake.
That sounds wonderful. Let's try this Pindica ale.
All right, all right. Barthandi, can you get some? Get it yourself. Okay, and goes and gets the drinks.
Nice.
You watch as Barthandi comes up. All right, darlings, do you want any food? Some fish, got some turtle meat. Known here in Turtleback Ferry.
Turtle meat.
Turtle meat sounds wonderful.
Yads! Get the turtle meat! Get it yourself, woman! In 1 second, and she goes back into the kitchen, and you hear her start yelling at each other.
I want to look around. Is there anybody that looks strong in here?
Give me a perception roll.
27.
There does seem to be a local hunter that does seem to be a little bit strong. Is a dwarf that is currently smoking a pipe at a table.
Oh my god, if you get your ass kicked by a dwarf, like...
Landing on it.
Cool. Cool. Come here. Let me show you something about how this works. Lose 2, then win 1. I'll bet on it. How's it? You just
Deal.
got to lose 2, and then you can win 1.
Careful, you're gonna end up with the Sahedron rune on you.
Deal. Oh yeah, that's true. Or maybe we'll
I won't bet a lot. How's that? I don't have a lot to bet anyway.
bring them out.
Fletch, you over here, a couple people nearby, rumors floating around. You hear one of the trappers talking with one of his friends at a nearby table. Ugh, it's been weeks since we've had visits from the Black Arrows. I'll be the first to admit they're not the friendly bunch, but they do keep a good job keeping the ogres and critters in the woods and hills under control. I hope nothing's happened to them, even though they've been gone for a couple weeks now.
File that one away.
Alright, we switch scenes quickly to Olaf, as well as Freya, and potentially what Davina's doing.
Well, as you guys went to go to the inn, I say, I'll meet you there. I'm gonna make my stop in the temple. You know, got things.
Okay. So as you go to the temple, Aristil, number 6, we watch as Freya, as well as you, Olaf. As you head into the building itself, this inn, you see that there is a individual that is currently tending to a table with a relatively empty building. And you see that he has currently kind of like a foul mood upon his face. Not to his picture, but as he does see you, welcome. Welcome to the Toast Parlor. Seston and Orlandi, are you looking for a room? I got many available right now. I got many.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking for a room for tonight at least.
Oh, I actually don't need a room, but I do need one of your stables.
Oh, okay. Well, it'll be 5 silver for per room for tonight, and it'll be 2 silver for a horse in the stables.
A horse. For any mount in the stable?
It'll be. I mean, it's for what we provide for grooming the mount and providing some food. So 2 silver for a horse, 1 silver for a pony. If you got a dog, you bring him in here. I'll give him for a couple copper.
I don't need the grooming or food. I have taken care of.
Okay. Is it gonna stay in the stable though?
Yeah.
All right. Well, for the size accommodations, it'll be 1 silver for a horse. What are you looking to bring in?
Holy mammoth.
I just give him 2 silver. Here, that should cover it.
Okay. You sure no food? Three silver for food. I'll get one of the stable boys to take care of your horse for you. Um,
It's an elephant.
uh, what?
He
What?
is an elephant.
Uh,
A very majestic elephant.
it's gonna be the one gold for the size. One gold per night.
I said I don't need food or grooming.
Give me a roll, perception, please.
Perception?
Hmm.
Good. 14.
One gold. One gold for an animal that size. Yes, I mean, it gets another. Individuals come here. They don't take up a lot of space in the stable. I mean, it's bigger than a horse, ma'am.
But you're not feeding it or grooming it.
But no other horses can stay here.
Do you have anybody staying here right now? Because looks pretty empty. And you just told us that you have
Okay, 2 silver.
all
2
of
silver.
your rooms? 2 silver it is.
Bad enough the Black Arrows are not in here anymore. Can't get any people to come to this town.
I just look at Olaf and I just kind of mumble. Seemed awfully greedy.
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
And I'm
So
just
it was 5 silver for a room, right?
Mm-hmm. Which you do know is, well, not extravagant, not bad, but definitely overcharging you for a stable.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna head out to the stable. Just see if I can find a couple brushes there. Just brush her myself. Give her some of her apples that I saved from earlier and hang out.
We move scenes to Davina. Davina, as you go to the largest building inside of Turtleback Ferry, you see that this is a spiritual building for Aristil. And you do actually see that this is also, as you enter inside, you see part of it is for an actual temple. The other part is actually, you recognize, a town hall. It serves as both. And you watch as someone does come down when they see you. Hello there. Welcome to Turtleback Ferry. Oh, really, are you new here? Of course you are. I recognize you. I would know. I am the mayor here. Malin Shreed. Also, priest of Aristil. Are you looking for a bit of prayer or anything in particular I can help you with?
Well, I thought I would, come by and, give a tithe to the temple since I'm here in town. My friends and I traveled here from Magnamar.
For what business? Were you staying here for a purpose?
Mm-hmm.
Are you
The
hearing
mayor
about the investigation with Fort Rannick?
Yes. Oh,
14 people. There was 2 more unaccounted for after a day from it burning, but it went down at midnight. Looks like the chain that anchored it here near the piers here in Clay Bottom Lake broke, and midnight there was a fire. Some people tried to swim towards it, but by the time our boats got towards it, it already sank under the waters. And in the morning time, counted for the individuals that weren't accounted for was 14, ultimately.
Yeah, I heard one guy told me that he thought it was a the legendary god pink eye, and I talked to one of the widowers in the graveyard, and he was saying that it was Aristotle struck down the boat heavy with sin, and that's what sunk it.
Aristotle wouldn't punish. Ultimately, there were some fights brought upon by that, and some cheating from individuals from the company there. But if anything, it did bring a bit of prosperity and a bit of economy here to Turtleback Ferry.
Mhm.
But the other also is not entirely wrong. There is a giant gar in Clay Bottom Lake. I don't know if it'll be able to sink that ferry itself, but it definitely could have. It's sank a few boats on occasion. It's actually crushed a couple of the turtle shells we have for our ferry.
What happened to the owner of the pleasure boat? Did she go down with the boat, or?
Lucretia. Ultimately, we haven't seen her since then, so we suspect that she went down. It's too far in the lake for us to retrieve the bodies, unfortunately. So they're still buried down there.
It's really unfortunate that happened. Okay. You haven't maybe seen this symbol around anywhere, have you? And I show the Sahedron.
No.
No. Okay. Okay. It popped up a few times in Magnamar with a thing we were doing. Did Lucretia live on that pleasure boat, or did she stay somewhere here in town?
She stayed here the first night. I still remember she was talking to me that she's looking to bring a bit of business here and wanted to provide a business opportunity, but I'm more focused on the prosperity of Turtleback Ferry, especially with me also being the head priest here in this temple. But she ultimately was able to buy a barge from a nearby town, had it pulled up here, and then started a business. So after the first couple of nights, she, by all accounts, lived in the barge with. It was open 24/7, open all nights, all times of the day.
Okay.
It did increase the mood of the people here. A lot of people were much happier, especially compared to right now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hand him 5 silver as a tithe for the temple. And then I'll say I'm gonna go head back with my friends, but do you want us to stop by here in the morning so you give them all the details too, or you want us to
Yes.
just ride out to Fort Rannoch?
Head right out there. If you can find what's going on, that is what I'm worried about.
Okay. All right. We will do that and keep you posted.
Okay. Everyone, give me perception rolls.
Oh boy.
22 or 21. I'm rolling so mid right now. Like 10s and 11s constantly.
17 and 12 is
29. I rolled 27.
Thank you. My brain is getting late.
What, Joel, Jenny?
27.
Olaf?
I think I'm gonna throw this dice away. Unless you want
Another
again.
one?
Oh,
Bam!
put it in a jail.
I'm rolling either 15, 16, or 2 and 3.
Yeah. It's 4 or 17 for me. I got 29.
I picked another dice and I rolled a 1 twice in a row. Why?
Well, you roll a lot of natural 20s, though, so maybe it's just catching up with you.
The gods are punishing me.
second. Michelle.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep heading back to the tap. I'm gonna take note of what I spotted, and I'm gonna head back to the tavern.
Okay. And then for those in the inn, you also hear a bit of a rumor. Hear from some people talking nearby. Yeah, I heard a bunch of fishermen from Pendica got themselves eaten by Pink Eye the Gar a few weeks ago. Serves the fools right for tangling with a fish bigger than their boat.
How big is this fish?
Who are you?
Oh boy.
I've heard multiple stories about this fish, and I've been here for an hour.
You're not even there. This is to the people Olaf and Freya.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
The inn.
No. Oh, I thought we were in the bar.
The
Sorry.
inn.
I'm half asleep.
So I've heard some stuff about this fish, but how big is this fish then?
It's bigger than a boat. It's got to be 20 feet in length, even bigger. The legendary Gar Pink Eye. Everyone here knows about it. It's what sank that ferry, Paradise.
Mm-hmm.
So, I rolled really high on check on this fish. Are they normally that big?
Normally, no. But in a world of magic, it could be.
Well,
I've
I
seen
can
an
feel like in this world, from what I know
Oh,
of
it
them,
could be.
Could be. Okay.
Yeah. Davina, where do you go?
I'm going to go to the tavern first.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to gather some people up so that I can like relay the information that I got from the mayor, and then also once we get somewhere private, tell them about the thing I saw.
All right. Well, cool. Fletch, you see Davina, I guess, trying to get your attention?
So, please tell me when Davina walks in, she sees Akul having an arm wrestling match.
With a dwarf?
Yes.
Cool. Do you approach said dwarf?
Yes.
What do you want?
I've been in this town for an hour.
And I've been here for 5 years now.
You are the strongest person I have perceived here. You want to arm wrestle?
Clearly he can't see me.
Do I want to wrestle?
Arm wrestle.
Well, I am a blacksmith, so yeah, if you want to.
Sweet.
Let me get a drink
So
here.
I tap a cool and come over to the cool real quick. Hey, this plan of mine's not going to work if you wrestle the biggest guy in here first. He has to beat the last guy. Just beat him. Just beat him.
Too late. I'm gonna reach in my pocket
Yeah, beat him.
and I'm gonna click my compass. Oh, yes.
Are you
Oh.
cheating? Are you cheating?
Oh,
Yeah, activate your compass.
I kind of want you to get your ass handed to you. I'm not gonna lie.
He got a burning point on this one.
What are you using, Mike?
I guidance myself.
Okay.
You guidanced yourself. Good to know I'm not guidancing you anymore, you cheater.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Go ahead and give me a Oh no, he definitely sees it. I mean, it's not subtle. So go ahead and give me a athletics check.
Well, first, I'm going to intimidate and glare him, which I'm using my guidance for.
Oh my god. Oh my, we're gonna get kicked out of town before we even get started.
Oh, this is guaranteed. Rolled a 17 plus 18. So whatever that number is. 35.
It's a lot.
+1.
No, that's with the +1.
We're not gonna get kicked out of the general store, but out of the blacksmith now.
Now here goes my athletics. Which I rolled another 17 plus 15. So 32. I finally... my dice were waiting. Waiting.
He takes your hand. You start to do the wrestling. Back and forth. It's getting him down. It's getting him down. Shit. It's getting him down nearly to the table. And then he grips your hand. And you feel your hand almost crush. And he just takes it right back up. You try cheating to me one more time, I'll break your fucking hand. And then throws you back.
How are you gonna challenge someone to an arm wrestling contest and then cheat?
I don't know. That's what I do.
That's right.
I take every advantage.
Don't leave anything to chance.
Yeah.
He gets up. As he does,
Look how big he is.
you see that one leg is missing. He's got a stump, a little metal stump for where his other foot would be. And as he does get up, Berthandi, a drink. It's on this fool here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And she hands him a big pitcher. She goes to you. I'll be 1 silver.
I'll hand it over.
She takes it, walks away. He just takes it, one gulp, puts it down, walks out.
Nice.
Wow, that kind of guy.
I rolled a 19 on my check, and he has a pretty high athletics, being a blacksmith.
And a dwarf.
Yeah.
How do we... Oh,
Right.
never mind.
Divina, what do you do?
I'm gonna go walk up behind Akul and be like, "Are you done getting your ass kicked by the shorter people? Like, do you have a complex?"
Never. I'm never done. It's always on.
Are you guys still drinking? Cause like, I got news. But we should all be together for this.
Bring him in.
Okay.
Oh, does that mean we have to go?
I think we have to call it a night.
All right, fine. Okay, let's go.
Short people are real bummers sometimes.
I flip Akul off. One tiny little finger. All right, let's go to the inn and get Freya and Olaf. This is kind of important.
Oh, hello. You're looking to get a room. It'll be 2 gold.
Was that at the tavern?
At the inn.
At the inn?
I'm
See
just gonna
Seston.
walk up to him. You said 5 silver for me.
Who are you?
I'm with them.
Oh, shit. 5 silver for a room.
Fuck, I'm not there.
I see how it is.
You're at the inn.
I'm out in the
Oh,
stable.
you're at the stable.
All right, I'm being a right ass. I apologize. 4 silver for a room. Business has been really bad lately because my typical people that come here haven't been here in a couple weeks now. I'm starting to see the loss.
Well, I'm sure that Freya won't mind sharing a room with me. Are you guys all getting separate? Gentlemen?
I think so.
You don't want to bunk up, bros?
Well, since his business is going bad, I'll just pay for my own room.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will pay for a room as well. And then I'm just gonna slide an extra 5 silver over to him to be like, you know.
Thank you very much.
Can you not cheat people? Like, I know business, but like, can you not?
I've been losing business ever since the Black Arrow stopped showing up. They're the
We're
ones that
gonna
had the
help.
most work here.
We're gonna help with that. So just, that's what we're here for.
Oh, then bless you, and hope you fix whatever's happening.
Yeah. If I hear you charge somebody 2 gold for a room, though.
They're nice rooms.
Learn from me, cheaters never prosper. And they give him
That's right,
4
he just got his ass handed.
You give him what?
4 silver.
Thank you.
All right.
He gives one silver back to you, Robin.
Oh, just keep it. You need it more than me.
Well, at least let me get you a drink on the house then. And then he does get you a drink.
I'm wondering though, since you said that most of the people were staying here from Fort Rannoch?
Yeah, when I can't imagine there's good bunks in Fort Rannoch, and so they'd always come here to sleep, looking for entertainment. Especially once Paradise was floating, once it was floating, they'd be coming down here every other day, and then they'd stay here in my tavern, my inn. So I was getting really good business, and then blasted same damn time they stopped showing up, and then the ferry burnt down.
Have you perhaps overheard anything that they were talking about?
Not overly, just that they were guarding against always been ogres up in the Hook Mountains, and so that's why the fort was built in the first place, to protect us. And so we do give a bit of allegiance to Magnamar for that. There's always been ogres in the hills. It's like they have eyes in the hills.
But nothing strange since they stopped showing.
No, we are not doing the Hills Have Eyes, are we?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Robin?
No.
But nothing strange or something since they just stopped showing up.
Besides the weather going to all shit, just that.
That also happened when they just weren't coming in anymore.
I mean, I doubt that's the reason why, but the only other thing was the barge burning down and then the weather getting all shite, just raining nonstop. We're waiting for the rain to come in next month, not right now.
Okay. Well, thanks for the information at least, and I give him a gold for it.
Well, I know there's one thing they're talking about. I noticed that the dam up north between Storable Deep and Skull River, they were talking about is haunted by all of those who have drowned hereabouts. The skull is carved on the dam. Let the ghost watch you when you approach.
Interesting. Interesting.
All right. Eventually, I guess you grab also Freya.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Davina.
Hi. I have news.
Oh.
Yep. But I'm with you. I don't trust a whole lot going on in this town, and I think we have every right to not trust what's going on in this town. So maybe we get the guys. The guys got their rooms. I got us a room. I hope you don't mind bunking with me.
I was gonna be out here in this.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will just snooze on a bed all by myself. Everything's a king bed to me. But we should let's go up to my room and like we'll gather everybody and then we'll chat and I'll tell. I went to the temple and I met with the mayor. I got news.
Okay. I'll head up.
So I'm going up. Come on, guys, come here. I realize there's probably nobody else in the inn.
No, you're the only ones in the inn.
Okay. So I guess once we're all like in a room, I'm gonna let them know. Like I talked to the mayor. He's the one that sent for help. He's at the temple. He's also the priest of Aristel. And this has been bad. Hunters have been going missing. Animals have been missing. You know, so he really needs us to get up there. You know, if we could head out first thing in the morning, he said that would be great. Also, I was on my way back, and I watched this gal like adjust the leg of her pant, and I saw a Sahedron tattoo. So like I've been wearing this and asking people if they've seen it because I assume that's kind of like that was the telltale giveaway for the murders in Standpoint and in Magnamar. So I thought, well, it's got to be around here somewhere. That's why I kept asking about it. But like, kind of felt like they were hiding it. So maybe some people have been lying to us.
I mean, that I think is likely. But do you think this entire town is compromised?
I mean, Zanisha's sister in that letter did say she had she had quite the harvest getting ready, so...
We still don't know that it's a sister. Right?
No, because she said sister.
Well, Zanisha's a sister.
Yeah.
But person in the letter, we don't know if it's a man or a woman.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. I guess I just figured it was a girl.
Yeah.
Because of the way it was written. I don't know how many dudes that write that way, but...
That handwriting was immaculate.
Right?
I've seen good male handwriting.
I am inclined to believe that it is a woman, but I'm just, if we're going to be on the lookout for someone, I don't want to rule anybody out.
Right.
It's a person at least.
Right. Red female, that's why I was thinking it was a sister.
That brings up a point. The handwriting could give that away to some extent.
The handwriting is very...
That's something I could...
Well, Jan, do you remember Antonio? His handwriting?
Do.
Was fucking nice.
Yeah, I actually have pretty nice handwriting, and his was nicer than...
But if you want to give a roll, this will probably be a... I don't think it'd be crafting. I think this would be... I still want to say perception on this one. If you're expert in perception.
Is master higher than expert?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
That's the second highest you can get.
All right, then I can roll.
I'm back. I rolled a 19.
Your master in perception, Mike?
Expert. Did you say if you're expert or higher?
Oh, yes, you're expert, yeah. Yeah, Fletch, you get the idea. Now, obviously, there could be individuals that have very good handwriting, nobility or whatnot, that have been trained that way. But you do get the idea that this is probably a female's penmanship.
Okay.
Some small, subtle writing about it.
It's a possibility. I think the person we're looking for that wrote that letter is a female.
Okay. Interesting.
And then you said you saw a lady with was it like
A tattoo. Yeah.
on her leg? Did you see where she went?
I mean, she just was a lady nearby, and I just happened to notice it, and the way she kind of like was doing it looked like she meant for it to be hidden.
Do you know what she looks like?
I might be able to point her out, but like, I mean, you want to go find people and ask them about tattoos that they might be trying to hide from us? You want to confront people?
I'm curious, is there a tattoo parlor in town?
Do you ask?
Did we see one while we were walking?
No.
I mean, it may be easier than ripping people's pants off.
I head downstairs to
I'm-
the innkeeper, Kim.
Give me a perception roll.
Me?
Me too, because I went with her.
Sure.
22. Nope, 23.
23. 11 and 12.
You see someone is talking, with a taker in hand, talking to the proprietor here, and you hear him talking. So I noticed my uncle had a weird-shaped star tattoo on his shoulder the other day. I was asking him about it, and he just got all angry and told me to shut my own mouth up and mind my own mind. Thing is, though, that ain't the first time I've seen that kind of tattoo. Lots of folk around here got them. They hide them good enough, but you keep an eye out, and you'll see them on an ankle or an arm, a back, here or there, sure enough. I don't got one, though. I'll tell you, tattoos are a sinful business. And you see the proprietor. Yeah, I know. Yeah, even one of the Black Girls had one as well. And I noticed when I was serving them.
Right.
What, Davina?
I said I elbow Freya.
I'm gonna approach. And the guy who's speaking to the proprietor, say, hi,
Hello.
you mentioned tattoos. I'm a fan. I have a lot of tattoos. Is there a tattoo parlor here in town that's giving everybody the same tattoo?
No, there's a tattoo parlor here. If I figured where my uncle got it, I'd ask him, be all pissed off at me about asking, so I have no idea. Didn't really think anything about it, but I've noticed a couple of people have them.
Did it look like this?
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't have one?
No.
Can you tell me what happened to the barge?
Yeah, burnt down. Middle of the night. Glad my uncle wasn't there. He was planning to, but he ended up getting a bout of sickness from some food he ate. So what didn't go there.
Did you ever go there?
What?
Did you ever go there?
No, I don't care about gambling.
And it floated out into the middle of the lake before it burnt down?
Yeah, the anchor broke. The anchor's still in the harbor. Investigating it, and it seems corroded or whatnot and broke free. And the barge's got to be heavy.
Yeah, but wasn't this barge relatively new and it corroded already?
Well, the anchor, but not the barge. But you can see the anchor. Anchor is still in the harbor. They left it there.
We'll check it out.
Has your
Bartender?
uncle,
Just watch out for old Pete guy, just in case.
Right.
the innkeeper,
guard.
that?
No, the guy.
Oh.
The innkeeper. I've never seen a giant gar before.
Right. Yeah, watch out for pink eye, right? Yeah, we you know how
Why you're supposed to wash your hands, not touch your face.
Has your uncle been acting strangely at all?
No. I mean, besides getting a little mad. I mean, besides the tattoo, no, hasn't gotten mad. You gonna buy me a drink or what?
Me? Buy
Yeah.
you a drink?
Ask me all these questions.
I will buy you a drink. But I want to make sure you don't have a tattoo.
Oh my god, she's gonna make somebody strip in the bar.
I am.
No, I'm not. Seston, can I get a room? Seston gives him a key. All right, I'll be waiting. He's like, whew, a little jump of joy, and goes to the room.
I will follow him up there.
I'll tag behind just in case anything happens, but no, I don't. Yeah.
He was before you. Close the door. What do you do?
Let's see. Drip down.
Oh, he closed the door before you got there.
Before I got there?
Yeah. He moved pretty quickly. Hops of joy.
Oh.
Oh boy.
I'm assuming I know what room.
Oh yeah.
I'll knock.
It's open.
He's gonna be standing there.
And I open the door.
And his clothes in the corner of the room. He's like, all right, I'm ready.
Ready for what exactly?
Sounded
And
like such a nice guy.
I'm looking him over. Does he have a tattoo anywhere that I can?
No. At least from the front, no. You like the goods? You check around. He's clean.
Oh my god.
Davina, are you there as well?
I'm outside in the hallway.
Oh, I didn't close the door behind me.
Oh. Davina's not looking.
Can he see you?
Can he see me?
No, can he see Davina?
I don't know. I didn't close the door.
I wouldn't say that I'm like exactly in front of the door. I'm a little like off to the side across the hallway.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think he can see me.
Okay. Well,
And
close
I-
the door. Let's get this on.
I'll just say thank you and toss him a silver and walk out.
What? Just confused.
The show.
Probably feelings are a little hurt too. No, I'm good.
How about blue balls? Jesus. Goes pick up his clothing.
I know, huh?
But yeah, you checked. Yeah, no tattoo.
All right. And he said it burnt down. I don't know if that means that he's more truthful than the others, but I think it also means that not everybody in the town has been marked.
Yep. Freya, can you do tattoos?
Ooh.
You say hi, friend.
Yeah, let's get ourselves some tattoos and infiltrate them.
I could try to mimic them.
I mean,
I'm pretty handy with that sort of thing.
As long as you
What
got
if we
crafting
on-
as a trained skill, you could probably do some deception with it.
what if we
Okay.
put one on me so that maybe I can be like,
I'm actually an ex-craft.
Yeah, so you can definitely counterfeit a tattoo. It's just literally a start. So
Are we about to get henna tattoos?
Henna tattoo.
Yes.
I mean, even if it's permanent, I'll just, use my curse and peel away that piece of skin later. So,
Nice.
like, yeah, let's put one on me. And I'm going to pretend like I accidentally show.
I don't know if it's a good idea to put this mark on you.
But you're doing it. It's not like it's being done by.
Yeah, but like everybody who gets this mark dies.
Yeah,
Okay,
I-
leave.
I like
There's
you
got to
too
be a
much.
way to do something similar to it.
I'll
maybe-
get it. Give it to me. I'll put it on. I'll walk.
I don't.
I'm the least greedy person.
I feel feel like
I'll even be greedy too. And do it.
I feel like I would be marking someone for death.
Ah,
I mean, they're
Feels
taking
wrong.
people for sin, though.
yeah,
And
there's-
Okay, maybe we just put this on the back burner. We have it there as an option.
sure, yeah. We'll put it in, work it in the plan somewhere, maybe.
Yeah, and
Put
let's
it on our pool.
we'll check out Fort Rannick
Nothing
Sure.
can kill. Ooh.
tomorrow morning, and then go from there.
That is a plan.
I'm the safest. I'm just saying. I've already been dead once. Maybe they can't get me and kill me again.
Well, I'd rather not find out. I actually
Well-
happen to like you. You're very interesting.
I'd like to see that anchor chain too, see if it's been.
Yeah, we should in the
Okay.
morning. No,
And that is something we'll do for next game.
Thank you.
okay.